Welcome, one and all, to a special stream that, bit off the cuff, just decided we're going to go with it now, is The Shattered Realms, a D&D adventure for a broken country. We're dropping in on the third session. We've done two already, sort of setting the scene, and we're going to be joining our heroes as they have just left a town and are heading north to investigate some ruins to possibly set up a base of operations in their mission to retake their homeland. So, without further ado, let's jump into it, shall we? Right. And we are ready to go.
Okay. Welcome back, everyone. We are all here, aren't we? No one's run away in the last minute or two.
Yeah, they're all going to be quiet now, aren't they?
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. Okay, can anyone remind me and the rest of the group what happened last week?
we sat down and for about 2 hours discussed plans on where we were going to head and what supplies we were going to take, and we finally decided that we were going to head north. First to check out a old ruin that one of our party members remembered, that they knew about, and then onwards to some villages to see if the villagers knew of any possible ruins or locations we could set up a quick base of operations.
And
Okay.
upon finally getting around to doing something, we found Cerith had fallen asleep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was northeast.
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 It's all north.
Northeast, but whatever.
Maybe I suggest not putting the halfling on top of a meal where he's likely to fall asleep.
So
Is
not a
wrong.
halfling.
It's a gnome.
Sorry.
No, we'll put it in a bag and tie it to the mule.
Okay. You set up camp the previous night and slept through uneventfully. You are within about 2-3 hours of the ruined keep. You're heading towards a fortress. Could I have... Suti, roll me a d12. And if you're marching straight on, Ruth, then can I get a survival check?
Okay.
Unless anyone wants to do anything in particular.
Anyone got any plans, or am I survival rolling here?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Super.
Lovely.
Wow. Okay. As you continue your travels ever northwards, you can see the mountains getting closer on either side.
There we go. Let's just pop that
The
down.
numbers of
Over here.
settled homesteads, hamlets, or other industry thin out. You're about a mile away, maybe 2-3 miles away from where Eldrin believes this ruined fortress is. And you come across quite unexpectedly a ruined sawmill.
Ooh.
You can see it just through the trees, probably 50 feet ahead of you. It looks abandoned, overgrown, for the time being at least anyway.
Definitely a good place to mark down on our map as a potential location to get usable lumber.
Yeah.
Do we want to take a
Okay.
quick look?
Other than being overgrown, does it look particularly like it's been left alone for a long time? Like, hasn't been.
It looks as though it's not been touched within probably the last decade.
Okay.
So is it
Yeah,
usable? Does
vines
it need to be
have grown.
fixed?
Yeah, it's in a state of complete disrepair. Upon further inspection, if you are walking around through it, the sawmill section itself, the roof is intact, the blades gone. Much of the gears and pulleys which powered it from the small stream further afield are broken, it appears. Those of you with carpentry can probably work out how long it might take you to fix such a thing, to get it operational again.
Yeah, how would I go about determining that?
If you have carpenter's tools, you've got it as background thing, didn't you? Trying to remember now. It would be, give me an investigation check.
And I'm going to assist him with that because I also have proficiency carpenter's tool, so we'll give
Okay.
him advantage on that roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe I do that, and then that.
That is it.
Wow. Okay. You can see for most part, it would take you maybe 2 days to get it operational again. However, you'd still be missing the actual saw blade, that key component.
So we're going to need a blacksmith.
I'm pretty sure we met one of those not so long ago.
We did meet one of them. We might be able to make such a huge implement, because that's going to be a big, big saw blade.
It certainly looks as though the saw blade would be at least 6 foot long.
Yes.
Oh, so it's like a reciprocating motion, not a rotating.
Yes.
It's.
Yeah.
I think the look Effort's going
Down.
for is like the sawmills in Skyrim.
That's exactly what I was
Yes.
thinking of.
As soon as you said sawmill, that's the image I had.
Yeah, if you think of the sawmills in Riverrun, wherever it is in
Riverwood.
Skyrim, Riverrun is Game of Thrones. There we are. It's too many river somethings.
Words are hard.
Yes, it's essentially like that. There's also a couple of cottages nearby. Roofs have fallen in. Some look blackened with soot.
So it's a long abandoned little logging village. It's good to know. Let us mark that on the maps. And how far are we away from the keep Eldrin remembered?
You can see it in a not so far distance. It's about a mile of open ground before you start sloping upwards to follow the narrow, fair or reasonably narrow path road up to the fortress. You can see it overlooking the surrounding valley.
Okay, so if we can see it from here, can we see any flags or anything flying from it?
Doesn't appear to be any flags flying from it. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Let's just pull out our character sheet, and there is perception. Looks like that. I'm a bit blind today.
To you it looks abandoned. There's nothing moving up there as far as you can see.
Okay, that sounds good. It looks abandoned, gentlemen. It might be worth our time to go and investigate.
We're not
I'll
going to look
leave.
around the village for gear.
They appear to be burnt out and long abandoned. I don't think we'll find much down here.
No, it's probably been ransacked.
If you want sparks, you can spend 10 minutes having a look around to see what you can find.
Yeah, go on in.
Whilst the others are inspecting the sawmill for how long it would take them to fix it.
Then we have a rummage.
Yeah. No, we don't have search anymore. Give me perception.
I will rummage with sparks
Okay.
since I don't have carpentry.
Christ. Am I going to lose a finger?
Wow. Okay, first one.
1 down, 10 to go.
And Eldrin. Okay. Sparks, looking around, you notice more that some of the buildings are more sized towards smaller creatures, such as yourself.
Have you noticed that on a 3?
Yeah, you don't notice much else. You
I'm surprised I could even walk without tripping up like that.
ones aren't critical failures outside of combat. It's just you've done
I don't
poorly.
believe there is actually critical
There
failure
isn't
anymore.
a critical failure. No.
I think it used to be a thing in 3.5, but 5 edition got rid of the crit failure.
Anyway, yeah, I'll report what I've pondered to everyone else when we get back.
Eldrin, roll me d12, please.
He has lots of tables for this campaign. A huge amount of tables. One could say too many tables.
Okay.
Okay.
round and rummaging through the houses and ruins, you find a light hammer, which weighs 2 pounds. And you also find a bag with 200 silver coins in, under one of the larger rocks where the roof's fallen in. So 200 silver pieces and a light hammer.
Nice.
To be honest with you, I don't think a £2 hammer is a light hammer.
Compared to a
£2.
heavy hammer, or war hammer, it is a light hammer.
That's about like kilo, I think. £2, is it?
£2 2 ounces a kilo, so yeah, just
Yeah.
shy of a kilo.
I will just hold on to the hammer because the mule is full.
I'll point out, like, a maul is £10. That's a two-handed beating something apart with
Yeah. It's just
sledgehammer.
a
sort of
decent
thing.
hammer for doing small, like, carpentry work, beating in a nail or something. It's not a big-ass weapon. It's more a tool.
I used to own a £1.50 hammer, and that was fucking huge.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, that's what you find at this ruined sawmill and hamlet. The fortress lies ahead.
Yes.
So on our way to the fortress, I'm gonna let everyone know that when I was researching about finding this fortress, that there were rumors of it being haunted.
so Joy, do we need several weapons?
No, I
Good
didn't.
question.
That would depend on entirely if the ghosts are ghosts or just people pretending to be ghosts.
Yeah,
You never know.
just keep your eyes out.
Okay. I take it you are heading up.
Yeah, we're going to head up, and we ain't afraid of no ghosts. Ooh, map
Okay.
Still
transition.
no, the background changed.
Unless it's the ghost from the ring.
Yeah, I can do
Bottom
that.
right corner, you'll see the approach.
Oh my, it's a big map.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you'd like to place
I
yourself.
was just like, why is the map still black?
Yeah.
Yeah. If a fort, no, it needs to be that way to fit with the orientation of the nation map.
Jesus, it's huge.
Yeah.
And we're just going to grab on my character sheet. Unfortunately, I think for this one,
Jesus.
we're
Holy
going to
crap,
have to
okay.
pop it out so I
It's
can
not
use it
that big.
more effectively.
Is this
Well,
an
sorry,
accurate
chat, you're not gonna
production,
see
or
it.
is this a stolen?
This is.
I mean, obtained legally and justly.
This is one I've created using Dungeon Draft with lots of different assets.
Very
Ooh.
nice. I'm impressed.
Yeah,
I thought this was a professionally grabbed map.
A lot of the assets are from 2 Minute Tabletop, so all props to him.
Credits are always good.
Yeah. As you walk up the steep track, you can see the entrance gateway lies ahead. There's defenses along this path up with steep cliffs on either side. The imposing front of the fortress appears empty. And there are its arrow slits remain dark, battlements vacant. The gate you can see ahead is not it's not closed, and it darkens as through the remaining portal.
What sort of state of repair is this fortress in?
How's the outer wall looking?
From the outside looking at the walls, they are mostly intact.
Is there anything for it, lads?
The gates, obviously, the gateway's damaged, and yeah, some of the battlements are damaged as well. As you approach, a screech goes up,
Oh no.
and from the battlements rise 3 figures, winged figures,
Oh, sweet Jesus.
live and feathered.
Harpies!
Dunk.
Let's hope they're just harpies.
Dunk. Roll initiative.
And we can just see the edges of them. Let's go.
Yeah.
It would help if you put the initiative turn order
It
on the
would
board.
actually, yes, wouldn't it? There we are. Sorry.
Oh, the one
can
time I
add-
get it right.
Hang on, I can add it. Don't worry.
Christ.
For
21
once
right
in
there.
this campaign, I roll a half decent initiative.
It's 19.
For once, I'm not at the bottom of the initiative list.
Yay.
I just
Although it
want to
probably
break
helps that
the,
y'all have plus
I just
3
want to
initiative.
break the immersion for a second, chaps. My wife, bless her, is currently building one of our son's birthday presents. It's a Lego City house, and the detail is incredible because there is a little dog turd you can put on the grass made of Lego.
Oh, this girl. Why?
It's
is it one of
Lego,
those
it's got to be
creator?
accurate.
You need it to be accurate.
Right, okay.
It's a little dog turd. Anyway,
Thank you for that little tangent.
I
Back
thought
to
you
our
needed
regularly
that.
scheduled D&D.
It's brilliant.
I could see it, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
It's a little chocolate pudding.
I
Yeah.
think it doubles as a topping for an ice cream cone.
Lovely.
The harpies dive up into the air, screeching, their claws glisten in the sunlight of the early morning, and they look towards you and point before cackling and preparing to descend. Sparks, as you were approaching carefully, you were our first to act. If you want help, there is the action reference
Yeah,
sheet.
don't worry, I'm
That's
pondering.
actually move attack. Bonus action.
I am going to...
I'm actually just going to move these so that you guys
Yeah,
can
they're
see
a
them
bit-
a little better. But they are 30 foot up in the air currently.
So I can't dive behind a wall and hide.
You could dive into the opening there. In fact, I'm going to
Let's
reveal a bit more.
zoom in, shall we?
This is where my mapping skills let me down currently. When I find the right tool. There we are.
There we go. How's that, chat? That a bit better? Right down in the action with us now.
There we are. That's more or less the entrance
Is
way
that
through.
covered or not?
It is covered. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do multi-layered maps.
No,
But
that's
there's
fine.
a way through
Right,
there,
what
essentially.
I will
One block
do
wide.
is can I go under there and try and hide from them momentarily?
Certainly, yes. You can
Back
dive
against the
into
wall
the
job.
tunnel. Yeah. We'll point out you have a short bow as well, should you wish to prepare such one.
Depends if I'm hidden, but I will get the short bow out and prepped.
Unfortunately, you're not currently hidden unless you try and stealth now.
Let's do that. I shall try to stealth. With the 30 foot up, they may have trouble seeing me under there.
Yeah. I'll just sort music as well.
Yes, I wouldn't quite describe this as battle music. There we go. In fact, whilst we're doing this, I'm just going to try one of the commands I installed in Nightbot for this very stream. Was it that? Did I call it that command that? Let me just double check.
Sparks, have you rolled stealth yet? Ah, no.
Yes.
Right, okay. You believe you're hidden in the tunnel. We'll soon find out.
And my bow's ready, but not locked.
And you've prepared. Okay. Are you holding an action to essentially attack when they come into view, or you just gonna wait until next
Yeah,
time?
yeah. I'm
Apparently it didn't
back
work.
against the wall, looking to see if I can see it with the bow in hand, ready to fire.
Okay.
Apparently Nightbot decided it wasn't going to work for the stream command I gave it, so instead I'm just going to copy the information into chat so everyone can see the music we used for tonight's stream.
Cool. And we're on to Rufin. It's your turn now.
Lovely. So, seeing these harpies take wing above the battlements, I'm going to take aim at this one here with my hand crossbows. And I'm going to roll a d8 for my battle maneuvers evasive footwork. And until I stop moving, I have a +5 to my AC. So I'm also going to sidestep to count as moving.
Okay.
And in fact, I will instead aim at this one, which I have now moved slightly closer to.
Okay.
And here we
I'm
go.
just putting a dot of colour on each to identify them easier. So it's red,
Lovely.
blue, green.
I'm going to assume an 11 doesn't hit.
11. Your bolts find their mark.
Ooh, tasty.
Roll damage.
5 damage.
Okay.
And I will then, as my bonus action, fire my second hand crossbow, which I'm going to assume does in fact hit.
Yes.
And that one deals 8 piercing damage.
Okay. Oh, nice. 13 damage on your first turn. Not bad at all.
And that is in fact my turn.
Okay. The harpy, surprised as it's preparing to dive down, takes 2 bolts to her torso, but still seems unperturbed by this and continues slow-mo rushing down towards you. Aldrin, your turn.
So we said they are 30 feet up?
30 feet up, yes.
Cool. I'm going to ready my longbow and shoot at the blue one.
Okay.
Oh, or not.
Oh no.
In your haste to loose an arrow, you accidentally drop the arrow.
Well, so I will just take my movement and go in there.
Okay. I'll reveal a bit more of inside as you guys step in. There we are. As the fight continues. Moving on. I believe it's Harpy's turn. They dive. They start diving one by one. The green one dives straight towards Rufin, as does the blue one. They're now considered down to ground level for these attacks. The red one
Yay.
dives for Corvin, also considered down at ground level for these attacks. The blue one is claws out with one hand at Rufin and misses with her claws, coming up with the club in her other hand. She also misses with that as she zooms by. The green one makes her attacks also against Rufin. Does a 10 hit?
No, it does not.
Does a 15?
Oof, luckily, due to his evasive footwork, 15 does not hit.
Okay. The second harpy there zooms on by the red marked one. Claws at Corvin, missing, and crashes into the ground, misjudging the height.
Enter the
ending up
carrot, indeed.
on floors there. Just trying to find a half decent marker for that. It's now prone on the ground. That's the harpy's turn. On to Corvin.
First off, minor detail. I've lost the initiative tracker. Is there any way I can pull it up manually?
Yes, on the left-hand side, that bar is the little clock icon.
I think that's a DM only thing.
Really?
Yes.
Um,
You might be able to take it away and put it back, and it might come back to all users.
all right, 1 second. I'm just gonna
Make a
print
note.
screen.
Make a note of our
just in
thing,
case,
just in
yeah.
case, yes.
I can't apparently see. Fit over turn order settings. No, I can't remove it. I'll try that. There, has that brought it back?
Yes, it has.
Excellent.
Wait, there we are. Right.
Okay. I guess I will start by use my bonus action to switch my focus to Psychic Assault, which gives me +2 bonus to damage rolls with Psionic Talents, deal psychic damage.
Yep.
And then I will use Ego Whip on the thing Harpy to my right.
Okay. You have okay, yeah. You have advantage on this actually.
No. Okay.
So even then you've
How does
Well-
advantage work on something which only inflicts a DC save?
Yeah, I don't know if damage counts.
Does the
on that.
creature gain disadvantage on making the save or something?
That's a good question.
yes, that's what I'd roll. Yeah. Okay, full damage.
Okay, and
Ouch.
also, let's
It's
see.
19 damage. Wow.
Its action on its next turn only to take the dodge, disengage, or hide action.
Dodge, disengage, or hide. Roger that. We move around. It's at the end of your turn with that action.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, well done. That's a significant amount of damage done.
Oh, that would actually be 21 damage because of the +2 from Psychic Assault.
Yes, so you're right.
Just gotta add that extra damage.
The one prone on the ground, which is dazed and clutching at its head, is bloodied.
That's one mighty fine headache you're giving that one.
We move around to Sparks. There is a harpy down in front of you.
What, the blue one or the red one?
The blue one's on the ground currently, fighting with Rufin.
So it's got its back to me, basically.
Yep.
Well, I've got my short bow out. Screw it. I will attack the one that is down.
Um,
Don't mind that.
okay.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
like Suti says, he will attack the one that's down, and a 1 appears. Oh no.
No, I accidentally clicked something on my character sheet and it wouldn't let me out of it.
Oh dear.
Okay, make your attack, Susie. 14 hits, roll damage. Oof, nice.
Is that? Well, I don't know if it's a sneak attack. 'Cause you never actually said if I was hidden or not.
It will be a sneak attack
It is,
because of the
yes.
advantage of having someone flanking
So
it.
I roll
Yeah,
my sneak
so
attack
roll your
as well.
sneak attack damage as well, yeah. Well done from memory.
Oof.
17 points of damage.
That one's got to be a bit of a mess. Someone's taking 30 points of damage so far.
It has taken 30 points of damage. It is considered bloody. It does not look too healthy with the arrow sticking out of its back, pinning one of its wings. We move round to Rufin's turn. Unless, Sparks, you want to move or anything, sorry.
Can I go back to hiding?
I believe so. As a bonus action, yes, you have that option.
Oh, Jesus.
You fade away.
I disappear into the shadows, never to be seen again.
And it is now my turn.
Yeah, round
I
to
am now stuck in the tricky situation. To maintain my evasive footwork, I need to move at least 5 foot. I can move, but I will get an attack of opportunity off 2 harpies. Is it
Not
worth
if you
the
move
risk?
closer to one or the other.
True. And you know
Straight
what?
up.
Yep, I'm going to move straight up, moving 5 feet, maintaining my evasive footwork, and looking over, seeing the arrow now protruding from Suti, shooting that one that I already shot twice, and looking at... It's not looking too good, and it's pretty bloodied, but there's another one, which we've not even touched yet. I'm going to turn my crossbows on the one we've not touched yet, and I'm going to let loose the bolts of war. Does a 13 hit?
13 hits. Roll for damage for that one.
18 damage.
18. What?
My aim shot. I'm gambling here.
Wow. Yes, 18. Okay.
And I'm going to assume a 15 hits.
Yes, it does. Wow. Blowing all the stops.
That one
straight away.
does 15, and also, on top of that one, although I cannot disarm the harpy unless I literally remove its arms. Can I
It has
do
a
that?
club. It
Oh,
has a club,
club.
so you can disarm.
It takes an additional 14 points of damage, and it needs to pass a strength saving throw or drop its weapon.
Strength 7.
And that is...
How the hell does dropping its weapon come into it when you're shooting with a crossbow?
You shoot
You
it in the
shoot
hand
them.
or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my abilities from being a battle master is disarming attack, which I still haven't fixed because it has the wrong info in the thing on my character sheet. I should probably change that at some point.
Yeah.
I feel massively underpowered compared to you guys.
Don't worry about it too much. Some of these people are popping off stuff quite quick. The green harpy marked green takes the first crossbow bolt to the shoulder. The second one catches its hand, pinning the club into its closed fist. As it staggers backwards, screeching in agony as you as blood streams from its shoulder. Round to Eldrin. Sorry, it's also considered bloody, that one.
Yay!
Alright. So, they're still toward the ground, correct?
Yes, they are.
So the blue harpy is literally in the doorway.
More or less, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Acid Arrow at it.
Okay. 14 hits, roll damage. 10.
No, that was rolling 2 acid arrows instead of the
Yes,
damage.
it is actually, yeah. If you click
Yeah, it
acid
didn't-
arrow, it should, in the chat bit, click on
Oh,
the
there
acid
we go.
arrow, that would do the damage over. 8, 12.
10. Yeah.
That is a lot of D4s it's thrown all over the place.
It does a lot.
With the blast of acid hitting the harpy, it burns, shrieks, and collapses to the ground, sizzling. No longer fighting.
And then I will stay where I am.
Okay. Onto the harpies. Wow.
What's left of the harpies?
Yes.
Right.
Harpies are cowardly creatures, however. The green one flaps its wings and flies up and away, gaining height as it continues flying. It's now considered 10 foot up and what's that, 20 foot away. Actually, put a bit further.
25.
There we are.
35. He's really going.
Really going for it. The other one next, Corvin, stands, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Okay, how do I do that?
Just an attack. Basic attack. Typically with melee.
Yeah, if you've got a melee weapon or
If
something,
you've got the spear out, for example.
I don't have it out though.
you can punch it.
Oh,
You
unarmed
and-
strikes.
You and that spear, if I remember correctly, it's... Okay,
Well,
yeah.
let me
Unarmed
look.
strike. But yeah,
Yeah, I'll just do unarmed strike and then I'll look at it after the fact.
okay.
I'm assuming that's the right thing to do. I don't.
Yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, your blows are ineffective against it as it stands back up.
Okay.
That one is going to, let's see. Also disengage and fly away. Let's see, 5. So that one disappears off the map to the south as it flies up and then down below the cliff, out of sight.
Oh, damn. Okay.
From where you currently stood. I mean, if you really wanted to next turn, you could, on your turn, you could move and probably see and hit it. Final one's dead. Corvin, your turn.
So the only one I can see at the moment is the one that's dead?
You can see 2.
Oh, the green one, right?
That one, the green, the blue. Red, flew up and then down below the cliff face, the edge of the cliff. So if you move to the corner, you might be able to see.
How high is the cliff?
It's a good 100 foot down at least.
Oh,
this point.
so we're on the higher part. It's down
You
below.
are on the higher, yeah. It's flown
Oh.
down below the lip of the cliff.
Okay, yeah, I'll move over here to see if I can search it.
Yeah, if you take like a 5 foot step or so, you can be on the, essentially you're now on the edge of a cliff and you can see it.
Okay.
It's about 20 foot down and streaking away towards the trees far away below you.
Okay, I will go ahead and target it. And
What's that?
I don't think actually there's not supposed to be an intelligence save on it. I don't think.
Okay.
Just
I'm just going to look at the spell description. Yeah.
oh, there is.
is
Okay,
meant to
never
be.
mind. Never mind. My
Okay.
bad. I was confusing it with a different.
Okay. You focus on it, but it's moving so erratically, you can't focus to deal damage. With your thrusts, they miss essentially, and don't make contact or shear off its mind as it flees in panicked flight.
Okay.
Essentially, it passed its intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, I figured.
That's the end of your turn. We'll move around to Sparks.
No, that's the end.
Okay, Sparks. You're in a tunnel. If you would step out probably 10 foot, you'd be able to get line of sight on green, should you wish.
And we'll do this.
Yep.
Okay, 10 foot. And I'm going to take a shot at the green with my short bow.
Okay. 16 hits.
Take it down.
Just if you'd like, describe. If not, I will.
Well, am I sneak attack again, or am I non-sneak attack?
You don't need to bother. What you've done is enough.
Well, so I'm going to take a nice long aim with my short bow, loose the arrow as the harpy's flying up, and just catch it straight through the center of its chest.
Okay, and it plummets to the ground.
I ain't cleaning that one up.
Yeah.
Dull thud.
It's unfortunately too far away to hear, but yeah, would be. Let's see.
And with it coming round to my turn, I'm going to move into the keep.
That's a bit loud. I'm quite prepared that. And we break combat. That's the end of combat. That's
Kill the red one.
Red one.
Red one escaped,
will
but it's probably not
escape
coming
the flag.
back.
I'm sure it'll come back later.
If it brings friends, that's just juicy XP.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, you've forced him away. Okay, entering.
Is anyone going to check for loot on the blue one, or? I'll check for loot on the blue one then, shall I?
You can give it a check, but I don't think it's got many pockets unless you count a prison wallet.
Yeah, I can have jewelry and
I
stuff.
was just going to let Corvin check it on his way in.
What am I checking?
To see if there's anything good off the harpy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and check the harpy, see if there's anything. I don't know. Worth
Looks
taking.
like we're going to have a
Do we
big
not need
old
harpy
dungeon
bits or
today.
anything?
I probably shouldn't have burnt 2 of my 4 superiority dice so early in the combat.
Checking
but
for harpy, you
it was
find a
fun.
club.
Oh.
What kind of shape is it in? Does it look like it'd be sellable?
Well, Sparks can now be picture accurate.
It is banded with metal strips and has spikes in it.
Well, I'll be.
It's a spiky club.
It is a spiked club. Spiked club, just for reference, because this is using the armor smith whatnots doodads, has a increased critical hit threshold, meaning on a 19 or 20 it crits instead of a normal 20.
Sparks, do you use clubs? That might be good for you. I don't know.
Club is a simple weapon.
I do.
Alright. Hand it to Sparks as I walk in.
Thing is, I am carrying a spear, a short sword, a dagger, a short bow.
Yeah, currently the
I
gnome
mean
is a
to-
walking arsenal.
Okay. I guess I can hold on to it for a while if you would like,
I'm
or...
two daggers. Well, how heavy is it?
That's a good question. How much does it weigh?
There we are. £2. I typed up the
You-
relevant
you know what?
information.
This is using a bit of gamey knowledge, but you know who that's probably best for? The druid, who can use Shalal, Shalaki, whatever it is, that turns it from 1d4 to 1d8 and magical. That is assuming our druid has that cantrip.
Do not.
Oh,
You're a druid and you don't have Jalik. That's... or whatever it's called. I can never remember the pronunciation of that spell.
I do not believe I have the cantrip you want.
Now, does druid have a set spells list, or can it pull, when you short rest, can you pull from just the entire druid spell list?
No, I have to pick specific spells.
Ah, fair enough.
And actually, a lot of my spells come from other trees, not from a druid tree.
So wildfire is a bit different.
so I'm curious,
Yeah.
what does bludgeoning mean?
It's the type of damage.
Blunt damage, pretty much.
Is it more effective or less effective against certain things?
Yeah,
Some things
so,
will be resistant, some things will be weak.
think of it this way: how good is a dagger going to be slashing at a skeleton, which is just
That's
bones?
useless.
How good would a club where you can bash it to bits be?
Okay, yeah, I will keep hold of it then if I do have enough weight capacity. I don't actually know what weight capacity I've got.
Probably not enough.
Not a lot, I'm afraid to say.
Where would I see that?
You've got total weight of your equipment at 20 currently. Your weight capacity is your strength times 5 before you become encumbered from memory. So
Strength times 5. Where's my strength?
10.
So 50.
Yeah.
So another 2. So not even halfway yet.
Is
Yeah,
it
okay.
half for small
Carry it.
creatures?
I'm just checking that at the moment.
Because I know it's doubled for large.
If it is half, then I won't take it.
If you'd like, I can carry it for you. I'm only at half. I'm not even at half yet. So then you can figure out what you want to do at some point.
Well, it depends if it's going to let us have a readying action, being you taking the club out and throwing it to me and me catching it.
Somehow I doubt it.
If you know what you're coming up to, you can do that before. But if you're going to start throwing it around, it's probably going to be acrobatics.
Mage hand? Just use
Or
your mage
mage
hand
hand,
to
okay.
pick it
Mage
off of
hand.
him.
I don't
Bring
have
it.
mage hand.
Couldn't I? No, I do.
He does. So.
Okay.
He just
Should do
grabs
that.
it off your belt for himself.
There is a limit to how much mage hand can carry, but I
I
think,
think
it
it's
could actually
10
be around-
pounds.
Yeah.
You can use it as a funny offensive weapon to drop lit like alchemist fire into people's pockets. Just saying.
It doesn't actually say what the weight limit is, does it?
No,
I would assume.
our things don't say it, but yeah, it's your weight, your strength
Yeah, 5
times
times your strength.
5. But I can't remember if small creatures are halved, because I know large creatures are doubled.
No, small creatures are not halved.
Okay.
I'll keep hold of it then.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just going for the standard variant rules.
Fair enough. Keep it nice and simple.
Yeah.
So I am a walking arsenal.
You were going that way, yeah. It's good to have a number of different weapons.
Although they're all piercing. Maybe piercing is better for fleshy things, I assume.
Could be. Looking around, you can see ahead. I'm going to start unveiling more. The castle interior is missing a great deal. Walls stand in various stages of disarray, disrepair, collapse. There are piles of stonework, detritus, and other things buried within. You can see ahead beside you here the large oak double doors are smashed in pieces on the ground. either side of the gateway are trying to remember the names. Gibbets, cages holding skeletal figures.
Lovely. We'll have to update the interior decoration in here.
You've got a number of ways forward.
This bit here, Effort, is that a stairways up to the walls?
There is a door,
Ramparts,
yes.
I
What
should
I'm
say.
going to do, actually, I think, just to make it a bit easier for you guys to understand. That. Hopefully you can see a bit more. So the doors lead into the towers on the ground floor. There should be a second floor with stair access up to the battlements going across the gateway.
Can I go up to the ramparts, stroke battlements, and have a look round up there?
Certainly can do. Are you sneaking or just going?
No, I'm going to sneaky.
Okay, then sneaky your way up.
One must always
A dice roll.
sneaky their way up these places.
Do you want to throw for that Effort? You're just going to assume I'm sneaky.
I would like a throw to see how well you sneaky.
Very well, sneaky.
Ooh, wow, that's good going. Yeah, you sneak up the staircase. It's made of stone, so there's no sound other than your very, very quiet footsteps. Good job you bothered to get some decent footwork. As you come out up on the top of the tower, you can see various nests, discarded bones. It looks as though this is possibly where the harpies have been nesting. That's at the very top. There is a middle layer which has the door leading out onto the battlements where you are.
Is there anything in the nests, or is it all clear?
Give me a thing.
He's grabbing another table.
Trying to remember what it is to search. It's perception.
Oh, shit balls.
You're really blind, aren't you?
I'm terrible. I can sneak, but I can't see shit.
That's your second perception roll of a 1 today.
Wow. Okay. Right. Give me a second.
I'm going to say Sparks just kind of assumes that if he can't see them, they can't eat. That if he can't see them, they can't see him.
He's a head in the sand kind of sneaker.
Somehow I think it's going to be he's not going to see them and they're going to bite him.
You find amongst all the detritus, what draws your eye is a skull. The skull is roughly the same size as your own. You pick it up looking at it, and realization dawns this probably belonged to a gnome, not too dissimilar to yourself.
Was this gnome's name Yorick?
Right, I'm going to freak out and I'm going to run back down to the others.
Small screaming gnome.
It's not very stealth-like.
Dropping the skull, running, screaming back down the thing. Shouting, there's loads of nests up there. Ah!
Shouting what?
There's loads of harpy nests up there. Ah! And I'm going to hide behind Ozzy.
Congratulations, now all of Moria knows we're here.
Corvin will look at Sparks and say, so you're saying there's harpy nests on the roof of the building where we just fought harpies?
I'm going to nod and say nothing because I look terrified.
So who wants to go hunt the Harpy Queen?
There's a
Let's go.
clattering from further in the
Rufin's readying his
Building.
crossbows,
fortress.
and I'm going to take point.
Down this way.
I'm gonna take my quarterstaff out.
I'm going to attempt to be sneaky.
I like how this is going. Okay.
And I'm going to slowly make my way down this corridor. I'm hoping the others are following me and not making too much racket.
I will attempt to sneak out after
If you're
him.
all going to sneak after him, roll me stealth checks, please.
Oh
Oh
boy.
god, I'm going to be sneaky and then someone's going to fall over and smash their
Can
head into a
I
rock.
ready one of the spears? If
Oh
I'm
shit, what have I done?
down
Oh,
there as well.
Sorry, I'll reroll that. Or no, I'll take whatever you.
I'll take
No,
the first one.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
Efric, someone's asking if that's a dungeon draft map.
It is, yes. I'm actually just gonna, yeah, it is Dungeon Draft. Using a lot of assets from 2-Minute Tabletop.
There we go. Yeah, can I have a weapon ready when I stealth?
Yeah, you can have weapons ready. As you're creeping forward, you can see carved into the walls glyphs and runes. They are brutish in nature, haphazard scrolls. Paint looks to be used in places, possibly. Or it could be blood. Should you wish to find out, let me know.
I'm not personally
Someone give it a
interested.
lick.
Is that a volunteer there?
Nope.
Okay.
Public service
You
announcement today.
continue forward.
Don't lick strange
So I
paints
was
you
just
find on
trying to
walls.
look something up and I've not been able to find it.
So
Okay,
what
yeah.
were you doing?
Sorry.
Oh, we're waiting for Efric.
Yeah, waiting on me. As you creep forward, you can see the internal walls are in horrific states of disrepair, knocked down, broken apart, and you start to see the place is truly ruined on the inside. Let's see. There we are. To give you an idea. The rooms are open above to the sky. The walls vary in height from some places where they're only about a foot or two above the paved ground to being 8 foot high above. Various parts have broken down or collapsed in. The more significant areas of rubble are shown to give a bit of an idea. At the end of the corridor that you're on lies a set of old, rusted armor. It looks to be half plate. It's covered in spikes and doesn't look like it was designed with humans in mind in particular.
Can we determine from looking at it what it might have been designed for?
Eldrin, probably best person for this. Make a history check. if you wish to know more. Well, this is very easy because you know it's quite likely to be the kind of armor worn by the Archon's legions during the Archon War. In fact, you remember seeing similar patterns of armor to this when fighting orcs and hobgoblins and the like.
Thank God, elves remember everything.
Mm-hmm. You were there, though,
Yeah.
as well, which helps a lot. Yeah.
It's like we could stuff the gnome in it.
Definitely could fit a gnome inside. Might struggle to move, however.
Oh, no, we'll throw them at the harpies.
Mhm.
With all the spikes.
Yeah, nearly 40 years ago, you remember seeing this kind of armor. Again, yeah, walls are broken. Up to you where you go. Or you can continue looking at the armor.
Can we tell which direction the noise was coming from?
It stopped soon after, and you've not heard it since. But all you could tell really was it was coming from further in.
Okay, so I'm going to push up to this corner here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go that way.
Okay.
We're splitting the
That's a
party.
reveal. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Coleman.
Oh, Ozzy's really splitting.
Yeah.
It's annoyingly hard to do actually at times. Should just make
thought,
it easier and stuff, but
I thought Roll20 had a thing where it would dynamically reveal parts of the map as when
Only
the
if you're a premium member.
yeah.
Oh,
I need to properly, yeah, I'd have to be premium and set it up, and it's a bit of a pain in the backside.
Gotcha. Okay.
The old system wasn't easily most fantastic. I'm just gonna go. Save myself a bit of hassle. Okay. Let's see. So, there's more armor on the floor in a couple of places. Just make sure I'm on the right layer so you can see my pings. Sorry, there's a set of armor on the floor there. There's one there. And there's one set stood upright there, facing away.
Stood upright. Does it look like it's animated or just it's on a stand?
As you look more carefully, it looks as though it's not on a stand and in fact stood. It's enclosed from the back, so whether it's worn or not, you can't tell. But you are still sneaking around, so.
What was I able to determine from the sound of the clatter that we heard what material it might have been?
It was metallic in sound in nature.
Okay.
I'm going to push up a bit more to this corner here, and I'm going to peek around the edge.
Okay. As you're watching, I'm just going to open up that area so you can see a bit more. As you peek around the corner, you can see the armor move along, and as you pay closer attention, you can see between the gap of the helmet and the shoulders and breastplate, there is nothing there that you can see straight through.
Yay, animated armor or a ghost. Right, with this information, I'm going to scoot up here, down here, back around here, and inform the others we've got a ghost ahead. I will sort of loudly whisper "ghost" at Corvin as I go past him, and get to these two and say there's a ghost in the room ahead.
Okay. I'm just going to quickly mark where where a couple of the other sets are if you want to have a look at them in more detail.
I suppose on hearing this, Corbin will, let's see, follow him.
You hear clanking of armor from behind you as you leave that area.
Oh. Mention that. Say, hey, I think there's more than one of these things in here.
Well, you know, it was the site of a major battle.
Yes, and these things happen.
Now, does anybody remember what we need to do to kill ghosts?
Heard rumours. I believe it's magic and silver. Anyone got any silverware?
Those are silver werewolves.
Out of character in D&D, a lot
Silver
of
is
things
werewolves.
use silver in D&D
Yeah.
as far as like a resistance thing.
Yeah, I thought silvered weapons effectively acted like a magic weapon. That's about how it worked.
Yes, silvered weapons do act.
Yeah, a lot of
they
a lot
defeat magical resistances pretty much.
yeah, a lot of creatures will say resistant to like piercing, sharp, and bludgeoning from
Yeah.
non-silvered or non-magical weapons.
So can I hurt it?
Not
I don't have any damaging magic.
That's resistant, not immune to.
Yeah,
I'll
so
point out.
It's half damage. It just takes us a little longer to kill it.
Right.
But in character, all our people know is that to kill it. Well, all Rufin knows is to kill it, you need silver and magic. And we're all out of goddamn witches.
I don't know what you're talking about. I still have spells.
You could have played an Eldritch Knight.
I felt like doing something different, non-magic-y.
Okay.
So Rufin's going to push up to this doorway so he can get another better look in that room and prepare his crossbows.
Okay. The armor, I'm going to drop it on so you can actually see it now. That one. Has moved across and seems to be walking slowly to the east.
So it's walking down the hall.
Yeah, more or less.
I'm going to move up over here.
There's
Are we
more.
trying to...
There's more clanking coming from the northern end, coming towards you.
It's kicking off.
So what's the plan? Are we going to run or are we going to stay and fight them?
We'll see as if it's brought up initiative.
Well,
I think we're fighting.
We can always.
I assume you're going to do something that's going to cause something to happen, so I'm just preparing a little bit.
We can always try to fight them, and if we find that we can't harm them, we can always run.
We can leave. They don't seem to be moving particularly fast.
Quick question. Is this here a hole to a lower floor?
Where, sorry? Oh, that's water. It's pooled water.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't seem to be a break anywhere.
So it is. Okay, so it's water. Okay.
Yeah. Water, skeleton, bits of broken, burnt wood, broken stonework.
Okay.
It counts as difficult terrain, so it takes twice as much movement to get through.
Okay, well, since we're going to fight it out, I guess I'll start it. Now,
Well-
for the ones coming from the north, are we able to see them yet, or no, or just hear them?
Not yet, no. Do you see a black rectangle there where Rufin is?
No, we don't see black
No.
rectangles.
Damn it. I think I drew it on the wrong layer. Thanks. Yes, I did. Great. I was trying to mark where one of the
garbage
farm was.
initiative.
Right. Give me a second. Just layers. How I hate Z at times. Did not mean to do that. Whoops. Right, there are 2 black squares there, where there's also armor on the ground, if that matters to you. The sound coming from north, you see appearing now, pretty much, when I'm on right left, as another suit of armor walks down from there into view.
Oh, fantastic. Apparently it didn't like my initiative roll and put it in the turn order.
You need to select your token and then roll.
Well,
Okay.
still close enough.
Okay, so you're attacking then. Yeah, everyone rolls initiative.
I mean, we saw an initiative tracker come up.
It's
It's trigger reflex.
suppose so.
Whoa, everyone's over 10, and then there's me. Yay.
So the black boxes are suits of armor that are just currently laying on the floor, unmoving.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, as yeah. I did sugar. There we go.
Boundary
Sparks, your
VTT.
first
What's
go.
that?
Am I able to sneak around to there?
Yes, with your previous.
Or there?
Let's see. Your previous stealth roll, yes, you can move around to there. You think
I'll do that,
see.
and I will have my spear readied two-handed.
Okay.
And that is all I would like to do initially.
Okay, so you're readying an action to attack as it comes around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get to there and ambush it as it peers into my vision?
Your spear has reach, so you're best to keep
Yeah.
it at a distance.
You can
What's the
sit
reach
back
on the
there,
spear?
10
Does that
foot.
work?
10 foot, so yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
something
sweet.
like
Yeah,
that.
I'll do that then. Ready to stab it one.
Okay. Should I go minimize that? Didn't want to. Okay, Corvin, your turn.
So I've heard. I imagine I've heard both of them, but I've seen neither. I'm guessing.
At this point in time, yes, you've seen neither. You've seen.
Okay. In that case, and I heard the one to the north. What would be the northeast most recently? Correct.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I will move here, and can I peek around the corner and? Yeah, I guess just peek around the corner, and I guess I would see it, and then. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go for Mind Thrust.
Okay. Okay, Mind Thrust. You reach out with your mind to do damage and find nothing there. It doesn't brush against anything. There's nothing there.
Oh dear, efforts.
Oh, no.
Psychic immune. monsters.
Okay.
Very difficult.
I guess then, as a bonus action, I will turn and look at Eldrin, smile sheepishly, and a spear just appears in my hand.
Oh boy.
Pop. Spear appears in his hand, as if by magic.
And that's the end of my turn.
Right, moving around, Eldrin's turn.
All right. Well, since he didn't do anything, I guess I'll step out and I'll attempt to hit the suit of armor in the north with ice knife.
Okay, go for it. I'm just going to quick double check the description because it's been a while.
It hit or miss only affects the main damage. It'll still get hit by the AoE damage.
Misses, but hit misses and does the AoE damage.
Okay, so no. I went damage.
Hit that.
So 8.
8.
Unless
That's the
unless it makes a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
I was confused. It's like that's both. It's just roll the 1d10. No, they both somehow managed to roll 8.
Right.
Yeah.
Did the armor pass its dex throw?
It did not, so it's going to take full damage there. So
it'll
ice
take the
8 and piercing 8. Okay.
No. The 8
Oh, right,
piercing
it's just
beyond hit, which it missed. It only takes the 8 ice.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yeah, reading it properly now. Yeah. Okay, so the ice shards shatter against the wall next to it, barraging it with pieces of ice. Some stick into pierce its rusting armor, doing some damage.
Is it close enough that it maybe pierced it into the wall? Probably
Unfortunately
not.
No.
Nah.
No, wrong. So,
Then I'm going to use the remainder of my action to go back behind the wall.
okay. When you attacked with throwing the ice knife, it was continuing to move normally right up until it got hit by the shards of ice, at which point it jolted and started moving more quickly and seemed to turn towards you, whereas previously it had just been walking. The ice, however, seems to have had good effect. And we're around to that. So, the armor. Grab. Here stands up.
Oh no.
And that's that one's turn. The armor here moves forwards. And Sparks, you get your attack with sneak attack. And the armor here moves down 5.
So do I do
And
spear first, then sneak, or sneak and then spear?
do your attack with spear and then a sneak attack if you hit. 14 miss, unfortunately.
Damn.
I don't think I'm going to be aim shotting then. It's not worth it.
Just wanting to double check. Sorry, it's been a while. Confused. Oh, okay.
Why is it always me that confuses him?
You just have that effect on people, Susie.
Yeah, unfortunately, your spear attack misses, and it continues walking along, essentially
So it's oblivious
at
to
speed.
me.
Yeah. The
Not a bad thing.
one here moves past Corvin, provoking attack of opportunity to attack Aldrin.
Woohoo, we can at least try and hit it with something.
So yeah. Corvin, you've got an attack. You hit. Wow. Critical hit.
Damn.
Jesus.
Is it actually going to do anything?
We'll find out.
We're about to
Roll and find out.
Okay. Fuck.
6 plus 6.
That's nice.
12 damage. Jesus. 12. Just give me 1 second, because I half wonder I missed something up. It does full effect damage, by the looks. Your spear penetrates straight through the chest plate. You feel it does a good amount. Can't describe it any better than
It's a nice hole.
yeah. You've made a serious hole in it. One of the arms falls off the suit to the ground with a clatter and starts rapidly rusting down to nothing.
All right. Oh, right. That was just an attack.
Yeah, that's the attack of opportunity. The armor now makes a slam attack against Eldrin. Eldrin does a 15 hit. Does it beat your armor?
Yes.
Okay, take 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it smashes its fist into you.
All right.
Okay.
Did I get an attack of opportunity though from it moving in next to me?
No, because it's not moved past you.
No, it was Ozzy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Aussie. Yeah, and that's the end of their turn. Roofing, your turn.
Yay, let's go.
I'm
So,
just gonna try and move that one now.
first things first, I'm rolling that d8 for evasive footwork. Beautiful! +8 to my AC until I stop moving. And then I'm going to move.
Jesus, is that another one of your things?
I used it when we fought the Harpies as well. It's very nice. This wall behind me that Suti's behind, how tall is it?
I'm gonna say just about first bit that you're at is 5 foot, rising to 6 foot by sparks.
So I'm not going to be able to vault over that.
Have a go.
That would take up an action though, so instead I'm just going to scoot around.
Okay. Okay.
Does that armor attack me at all?
Hasn't yet, no.
Trying to work out what these things are doing. Do I want to attack it? That is the awkward question.
I attacked one and missed, and it just kept walking. I
Yeah.
attacked one and hit it, and it came straight at him and smacked him in the face.
I see you typing there in chat, effort to attack it. But if they don't attack us until we attack them, you know what? I'm not actually going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this way, and I'm going to shoot the one that we're already engaged with.
Okay.
And let me do my attacks. I'm
Your
not
attack.
going to aim shot because there is a very high chance I'll miss.
Oh, sorry, did you want some battle music again?
I mean, we are in combat.
Yeah. Totally forgot about that.
Do you have the what was it, the horse riding music for Xena?
Unfortunately not. I can't even think what it sounds like anymore. 17. Unfortunately, your shots ping off its armored hide.
Ouch.
Mhm.
Armored hide. It's
Well, armor.
Walking plate armor.
Its armor is its hide, and its hide is its
Yes.
armor. We'll try that again, and that's going to miss.
That again pings straight off. The second bolt actually shatters on impact.
Nice. And with the remainder of my movement, I'm just gonna go.
That the end of your turn.
Yep, that's it. That's all I can do.
Okay, Sparks, your turn.
How high was that wall?
6 foot behind you, for a little bit, 5 foot.
So can I vault
5,
over it?
6.
No.
Yes. Give me an
Don't hate
acrobatics
players that take a while on their go. That's mean.
That's under skills acrobatics. You are proficient in it, I'll point out. So,
True that.
wow, yeah, you just clear it. No additional penalties of movement.
To there.
Yep. Okay.
And I'd like to attack that one, please, with my
Okay.
two-handed spear.
You have advantage.
Oh,
no,
actually, I will.
you're flanking, so you get +2.
No, I'll stay there. I'll stay there.
Okay. Flanking's
Am
a
I
+2 to the attack.
It's advantage,
Still
not
hidden or
+2.
I'm doing +2 rather than
Okay.
advantage because I feel advantage is a bit too
Would
much
I have
just
got
for flanking.
+2 for the flanking because I was shooting it behind, or is that only applying to
It's
close
melee
combat?
only.
Okay.
So do my spear and then add 2 to whatever.
Yeah.
Can
Roll
I
for
also
attack and
use
add
a
2.
point of luck, please?
Yes, go for
Do I do luck first or the attack roll first?
it. You do luck first. What? I'm just double checking it there.
I roll 1d20.
Yeah. You can choose spend one of your luck points after you roll the die, but before you choose the outcome. So you can roll your attack and then go, I'm going to spend a luck die.
Yeah, so that's my luck die, and then.
Okay. Unfortunately, 14 misses. Wait,
Well, I thought it
16
was
misses.
+2.
Yeah,
16 misses?
16
+2
misses.
plus the 5 for his luck die?
No.
No, the luck is if
He
I
gets
roll
a
like
choice
19,
of
Oh,
I
which
can
one he
luck
choose
or
takes.
normal.
Not plus adding it, got it.
Yeah.
So that's a luck point gone, isn't it? Because I've used it.
Yep. Yeah, you stab and your spear ricochets off its back plate to the side. Are you going to do anything else? Or?
I will disengage.
Okay. Take your step. Movement backwards. And...
If I'm disengaging with more than 10, if I'm disengaged with a two-handed spear, I need to move away more than 10 foot, don't I?
To disengage from them is only 5 foot because you're out of there.
Yeah.
They threaten 5 foot around them.
Right, there we go. So I've disengaged.
So that's sort of the area this one threatens. You, however, threaten
Right,
that
okay.
sort
So
of
I can
area,
still
because of your
technically
spear.
attack from there.
So I'd have to move out of there, yeah. And he's still in.
I'm assuming it's now
flanking.
aware of me, so I lose my advantage.
Yeah.
Unless I can hide from it again.
Yes, but you can't hide in the open of a room.
No, but I can move around
Yeah.
because I've disengaged.
Okay. Round to Corvin.
All right, I guess I will go with the old trusty spear again.
Okay.
Does
Uh,
11.
Thank you for coming out,
Unfortunately
Blood
not, no.
Badger. Never know if you enjoyed. A follow is always appreciated. Shameless plug.
Yeah, then that's it.
Okay. Round to Eldrin. Your turn.
Okay, well, I guess we'll try a nice knife again. That's the one that we've already shot and cut an arm off. Dope.
No,
Your
will not be doing
ice
that.
knife goes wide and embeds in the wall. Well, shatters against the wall near Rufin, but the shards aren't going to go near him enough to.
Woof, no friendly fire.
Is that the end of your turn?
And if I move, it'll get an attack of opportunity, so.
Yeah.
Nope, I guess not. I guess I'll stay there.
Yeah.
Can I defend or anything?
from memory. Don't believe
Well,
there is a
you've
full
already
defense
attacked,
action
haven't
in this. You've also attacked,
You
so
could have
that's your main
chosen to-
action.
Dodge
Yeah.
if you hadn't attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. No. What's up?
Okay. Onto the armor. The armor punches out at Corvin this time. Jesus. Okay. Repaying you, it hits for. Well, okay. 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it catches you in the stomach.
Okay. Oh, hold on. So,
Yeah, it definitely hits. There's no missing that one.
yeah, no, I was just thinking what that. Okay.
So you're probably down to 24 hit points, I believe.
No, because of my
Oh,
bonus
you've
points per
bonus.
combat round.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Right. The other armors continue moving. Let's see, that one's going that way. And let's see. The set of armor here. You can see that stands up as well.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. And that's the end of their turn. We're around to Rufin.
I'm just going to, channeling my inner Spike from Cowboy Bebop, I'm going to be dancing around the place to maintain my evasive footwork, and I'm going to pling pling into the back of that one again.
Go for it.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
That's a... Yeah, that's definitely a miss, sorry.
And we're done?
Yep, okay. Round to Sparks. Stabby time.
Hmm.
It's difficult terrain, that Rufin.
Is that? I thought it was on the edge of it, not technically in it.
Not up. Where you pinged over there was.
Oh, okay. I think sometimes when I move between the two windows, because I got my couch sheet open enough, when it just decides I've pinged the map.
Okay.
Can I hide from that one? Yeah, for it to give me an advantage next time.
Where?
Oh yeah, fuck. I need something to hide behind, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. What's that then?
Ouch. I am not getting good rolls.
I'm thinking maybe I need to help
3 to 7.
Corvin
Oof.
or Ozzy.
Well, the best you can do is pretty much stay there, giving flank and attacking.
Yeah, that's true. Right, we'll have another swing.
And be
of
grateful it's not focused on you.
Let's have another swing of the two-handed spear. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You miss, unfortunately.
Did I even manage to swing it, or am I just like struggling to
You
hold? the
swing
spear?
at it, but you don't connect. Unless you want to do any other movement, it's round to Corvin.
Well, let's do this. Leave it at that.
Jesus.
Ow.
Well, that definitely hits. Roll damage. Nice.
The man providing all our critical hits this session.
Right.
You take it. It takes an 18 to hit it.
You've managed to put another a hole in it. It's still standing, but it doesn't look too great. One of its pauldrons falls off and crumbles.
Just for flavor, I'm going to use my telepathy class feature and reach out and try to say, hi, sorry about that?
Nothing there.
Interesting. Okay.
There's a blank void where you're expecting to find a mind.
Then I will say out loud, I think these might be magically animated, not ghosts.
Okay. Round to Eldrin then.
I'm tired of wasting spell slots. I'm just gonna try and hit it with a quarterstaff.
Go for it.
No.
Jesus. I didn't think it would be that hard, actually.
You got him wearing plate armor. Their AC's 18.
Level 3, it should be fine.
Can I use my spear to point at it for him to help him?
It's there.
Right?
It's right there as he stabs into it again.
It's right
I'm
here.
just like, I've no idea why the rest of you are having so much problem with it.
Granted, I'm getting these crits on quite possibly my second to worst possible attack, but you know.
Yeah, right.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Why am I carrying 2 daggers?
Spare.
You never know when you need another
Oh.
dagger.
Okay then.
Corvin does a 16 hit.
A 16 does hit.
Take
Actual.
6 points of bludgeoning damage as it pounds its fist into you again.
6 points. Okay.
Yep.
Brains scattered. Okay, you've actually managed to take me down. 1 hit point.
Wow.
One
Wow.
whole hit point.
Yeah. Round to Rufin.
At this point,
Can
I'm
he
going.
split out of his misery or not?
I'm going to try. Problem is, I could put it out of its medicine, but I'm going to get out of its medicine, out of its misery. But I'm going to have to burn my last superiority die to try. So I'm going to try maximum effort. I'm going to move up into melee range. If I were to say, put my crossbows literally point blank against this thing, would I get the +2 for melee range?
Yes.
Thank you! We need that.
Wait, if I'm 10 foot away, do I not get a +2 for melee?
You do, because you'll reach.
Ah, okay. Oh my god.
Oops, I don't know what I just did. Sorry about that.
That's fine. Yeah, so +2 on attacks, Rufin. Try and actually hit.
Ugh.
That hits. Doing 6. Yay. Some damage.
And again,
14. I'm afraid second one misses. Or pings off its armor.
does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Is it dead yet?
It is dead.
Sweet Jesus.
Finally, your last bolt pings off its helmet. The helmet wobbles for half a second before collapsing down through the breastplate as the whole suit of armor crumbles to the ground.
Right. I'm going to then say, these things are harder than I thought. I recommend we retreat, have a rest, and come back to deal with the rest. Any
So-
takers to this plan?
We need to rethink how we're going to deal with them.
We
Because just bludgeoning them is not working.
And a long rest is not going to help me in any way, or even any kind of rest will help me with them in any way.
it's gonna help me.
Let's say a short
the
rest to
mage.
help all the rest of us.
Yeah, that's what you guys want to do. I'm fine with it.
Run away.
Make at this point. Could I have you all make a? Let's see.
He's gonna say perception.
could you all make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
Constitution saving throw.
I love. How do I do that?
Click on Constitution up under your saving throws.
Corvin
Yeah.
is dead.
Wow.
Possibly.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All the times to get a crit success.
That was a nice one. See, well done.
I should do that with fucking perception.
You are aware of, as the suit of armor crumbles to the ground, you're aware that the temperature drops. Cloud cover covers the sun, and you hear a piercing, howling shriek like the wind cutting through the fortress. Those of you who, Eldrin and Corvin, this catches you to your cause, and you are frightened by it. Give me 1 second because I'm lost the actual bit that I'm after.
Interesting tidbit of information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to read something.
What the heck? Okay, yeah. You're frightened as a result. The actions that you can take are essentially flee from the source. You can all probably see now a figure materializing, floating above the ruins in the center of a ghostly pale female figure with flowing hair and dress shredded at the end. It almost fades away and looks translucent.
Is it a banshee?
Banshee, time to run.
You said the only action we can take is flee?
Let me just double check that. I've lost the page. I had a note and I've lost it, I'm afraid.
Okay. Would that affect bonus actions though? Or can we still do bonus actions like normal?
It's more of a state of mind that this has scared you to your core and you are not thinking logically or straight in any way.
You're just running. I don't think you're doing any bonus actions here.
No, I guess though my question is, would it make, if I'm scared, would it make sense for me to do everything I can to maximize my ability to get away?
Yes, absolutely. So you'd be sprinting
Okay.
all out,
So
as far away as possible.
yeah, so I will switch my focus to celerity.
Right.
And then just, you know what, just fuck it. For shits and giggles, I will use Blur of Motion. Corvin basically disappears and reappears
Like half a mile away.
like there.
Sorry, I found it finally. Oh, God, it's on my DM screen in front of me. I've forgotten that as well. Okay, so frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So it's not quite as bad as running away.
Okay,
Sorry.
well, okay, then never mind that.
Frozen in place, frozen with fear.
Okay.
You can move away from it. You can't move closer, essentially, willingly.
And we take disadvantages doing anything toward it.
Yeah.
I'll say, you know what? I agree with leaving.
Yep, time to go.
And then I'll just normally not disappear and run to there.
Seeing as I got a crit on that, can I take a moment to observe or I don't know.
Yeah.
Have a good jolly look at whatever this thing is.
Okay. It is a semi-transparent, ghostly visage figure with hair flowing as if in slow motion in the wind. The temperature's dropped in the whole area, and a coating of ice and frost is forming on the walls around it here, and
Can
stonework
I
as it drifts
communicate
slowly
with it?
forward. Can you communicate with it? Interesting.
Because I'm thinking that
Have
I'm
a
not
go.
afraid of it. I'm more like morbidly curious and slowly drifting towards it.
It's your
Like,
character.
murdered.
Now, when you say curious, do you mean horny? Because I mean,
Yeah,
No,
I'm
not
seeing
necessarily.
that meme of mark me down as scared and aroused.
My God.
You. What are you gonna say to it? Go on then.
Ah, fuck me.
Probably not the best choice.
Yeah.
Can I shout at it? Who are you? Or speak loudly so it can hear me? If it can hear.
You speak loudly, asking who it is. It hisses and its eyes focus on you. The cold, deathly gaze burrowing into you. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, shit.
Oh joy!
Is he
It-
possessed?
Give me a minute. I'm busy laughing a bit too much.
Fucking bastard.
Uh-oh. You be gonna come its slave.
Hmm. You think it's the most beautiful woman you've ever seen.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
oh fuck.
Oh no.
Death by snoo snoo.
He is.
You hear
He's
its
horny
voice in
and
your
scared.
head. Or you at least think it's coming into your head, but it could also be speaking out loud, and its musical lilting tone is just music to your ears.
So I'm just there dumbstruck, I assume.
Pretty much, yeah. As it drifts closer, you hear its voice
Can I grab the
calling
halfling
out to you,
and
saying,
run?
come with me. Come with me. This way. Closer. Closer.
Can I hit the gnome over the head and drag him away? Drag her away, sorry.
So you can try. Go for it.
I'm assuming this will be a grapple.
Yeah, grapple. Go for grapple because that's essentially what you're trying to do. Don't quite have music for this. I'm just gonna put where are we again? That back on. Meantime. Acrobatics contest. Sorry, I just need to double check grapple rules.
Because I know you can use acrobatics to contest, but I'm not sure if you can use it to initiate, which is what I'm going to be doing here. I'm assuming I'm initiating the grapple.
It's strength, athletics, contested by the target's strength or acrobatics. Yeah. So you've rolled.
I'm assuming then I need to roll an athletics check, not an acrobatics.
Yeah, athletics, please. And so Ruth needs to roll athletics. Sparks, you need to roll your best out of acrobatics or athletics.
God.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Yeah, you have to roll your
Yep.
best.
Right.
Because you really want to go meet this woman.
Oh, shit.
And you're going to meet this woman. Okay. Failing that, can I say, I'm sorry, Sparks, and shoot her in the legs?
Oh,
Jesus. Sparks, at this point, I think, having escaped your grapple, will have flung herself over the wall to move closer. You've had your chance and failed, I'm afraid, at pulling her back. Sparks, you see the beautiful face of a woman coming closer and closer down to you, and this feels fantastic. You can see how beautiful she is. It's like you're in a dream.
Not a lot I can do about that.
She reaches out to
Can
you
I?
with.
Can I
one
vault the
dainty
wall and
hand.
shout, "Oi, bitch!" at her and shoot the ghost?
Just as give me a roll of acrobatics to vault for a wall there. You flip over the wall, landing just fine. In time to see the pale, semi-translucent figure reach out and touch Sparks. Sparks, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Luck dice. Luck dice.
Yeah, I'm going to use some luck, because luck.
So slash roll space 1d20.
I'll use my luck dice for that one.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you will.
As she touches you, you feel a cold burning, and you take 4 points of necrotic damage. And as you feel that cold burn of your life force being sucked away and blackening of skin on your cheek, you snap to your senses and see the horrifying visage in front of you, which changes from a beautiful face to a horrific, screaming, ghoulish skull draped in shreds of flesh. As she recoils back up into the sky. Your opportunity to move. Corvin and Eldrin, you're outside. You hear another piercing shriek.
That time it was me.
I'm assuming you need another wisdom save.
No.
I am going to leg it.
Okay.
is there
move
any
yourself.
way that Corvin and I can get our senses back together to go and notice our friends aren't behind us?
Can I dash from there?
You can dash double movement essentially.
So that's
Yeah.
50 to me, innit?
Yeah.
I was going to say, turn to Eldrin and say, shouldn't they have been here by now?
You're
Christ, that
probably
just gets
far
me
enough away, somewhere down the slope, probably down here, that you're far enough away to sort of snap back to your senses and realize, ooh, Christ. Well, not Christ, but yeah. Rufin, what are you doing exactly?
I'm just curious, how high above the castle is this banshee? If I was outside the gate, could I still see her?
Probably not. No, she's not drifted that high. You've only got a moment or two, possibly, before her attention shifts.
Right, so I'm just going to shout, "Screw you, you ghost."
Are you seriously?
And I am then fucking legging it. 30-foot movement, action surge, to dash, 60-foot, flying out the gate.
All right.
Can you grab the gnome on the way past?
Not even looking to see whether your shots hit, you just turn and flee. You hear a howl behind you and feel the cold rushing after you as you retreat out of the fortress.
I will, as I am running out, I will flip the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to grab the gnome.
Essentially, to get another ton of movement, essentially, to move out.
Bye-bye.
Sparks as well. You see, if you turn and look, you see the figure enter the corridor at the tunnel archway out, and she comes to a stop before fading out of existence, as far as you can see.
Yeah, so she can't leave the fortress.
Well,
I'm either
she
going to
either
get rid of the
can't,
mark on the face.
or she only cares about the interior of the fortress.
Yeah.
There's them some good loots in there then. And can I ever get rid of the black mark on my face?
You let's see, someone with some medicine. I can't remember. Medicine. Make a roll. You can check.
Is it good? Will regular medicine do it, or does it have to? Does it need to be like a spell deal?
Give me a medicine roll to check, essentially, to get more information. You're fairly certain that it'll heal either naturally or with magic.
And what exactly is it that's wrong with him?
Unless you touch me, my flesh has basically been killed.
His necrotic flesh on his face.
Yeah.
How bad does it look like he's hurt?
Fucking stings, bitch.
Okay.
There's like 4 marks where fingers brushed a cheek, each blackened, the veins showing through the skin, pale to the color and cold to the touch.
Corvin will kneel down in front of her and say, "Here, let me take a look," and put his hands on each shoulder. And as he's looking,
Slap.
Yes. No. And say, it doesn't look too bad to me.
Did you cast it at a higher level?
I did. So
Okay.
it's 7 + 8 is the way I understand it.
Right, okay.
That's
gonna-
some overkill.
Yeah, that's some overkill. I'll let you know that it was... If you take the time to actually look, I believe you have medicine. No, you don't, but you can get the feel that you don't need that much. So just do a regular.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, he can cast it on me if he wants, because I'm missing 8 points of health.
Yeah, you and the elf are both mashed. Sparks has a tiny wound on her cheek, and Rufin's perfectly fine.
4 points of damage
Okay,
is not tiny.
Oh, it was only 4. For some reason, I thought it was more than that.
Yeah.
So I do that for her, for Sparks, right?
So I get my HP back, I assume.
Yep, you do, yeah.
And then I'll walk over to Eldrin. And how badly hurt does he look? Or can I tell how?
Looks reasonably badly hurt. I mean, you can tell you've got some magic. You can get a feel for it.
Okay.
He's Eldrin, feel free to fill him in with how many hit points you're missing. I'm not going to keep your hit points secret from you each other. There's no point. You can discuss.
I'm missing 8.
Okay.
No. Yep, 8.
I will do here then.
He's got a nasty cracked rib.
Oh, there's 10. Enjoy.
Oh!
I would like to point out 4 points of damage is a lot to me because I don't have a lot of health.
You are the lowest in the group, just.
Fabulous.
But it's not overly significant, really, difference.
So, do we still want to rest and go back? I could do with a short rest personally either way, but I don't need one.
I could do with a rest after. Oh, no, I need a long
We could do a
rest as
short
well.
rest right here, or do we want to go down further?
Let's move away from the scary castle with the ghost lady.
Out of sight of the door. Uh,
You trudge back down the pathway.
Let's
down.
head to that logging camp we saw.
Yeah, you
Sawmill.
can get there within 15-20 minutes, easy.
Was that the abandoned one?
Yeah, we can set up camp there. Bit of extra shelter for our tents.
You
Yeah,
head,
let's do that.
you can head down there fine. Finding
Have
nothing
we
unusual.
got enough gear for it? Oh no, we don't need long rest, do we?
No, everyone gets their stuff back on a short rest.
If
I
you're taking a
don't- I
short
don't
rest,
get
it's
luck.
4 hours.
I don't get
Your
any
luck's
back
on a
short
long,
rest.
is it?
Yeah. I still have 1 point, but
oh. Corvin will wait until nobody's looking at him and reabsorb his spear, hoping not to draw any attention.
Okay.
Right.
Right, you're back at the logging camp. Ruined village.
Corvin and I are going to have a discussion about his spear.
Yeah, that's right. You did see me summon it, didn't you?
On the walk back down, I threw up my guts on the way down.
Really?
Guard for life, are we?
Absolutely. Worst mistake.
Okay, so we're doing the short rest thing, or
Yeah, why not?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes.
all right?
Short rest have very little.
Okay. Effectively, I lost 1 hit point. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. 4 hours past. Have the benefits of a short rest.
So,
However that
Corvin,
might be for you.
where did the spear come from?
Corvin will look at our Sparks and Rufin looking at it as he says this, or is
No. We're going to do this while they're off piddling around. It's just the two of us.
Okay, Corvin will just casually and slowly walk and kind of tilt his head like, "Come with me."
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be sat
Yeah,
down
no,
in a
move.
corner, hugging my knees, rocking backwards and forwards.
When
I
we're
was going to say you're
safe-
moving around from Rufin holding Sparks' hair as she's vomiting into a bucket they found.
Yeah. we just be like, we'll be back.
We'll return later when you're better suited.
Definitely rocking backwards and forwards.
Okay, and when we're out of eyesight, I will.
Clown will eat me.
Just... Huh? Sorry, go ahead.
I can't sleep. Clown will eat me.
Yeah. Well, once we're out of sight, I'll turn to Eldrin and say, and just resummon the spear. And hey, I assume you mean this one.
Yes, magic or something else.
Doesn't matter.
Not like any magic I've seen, but I've heard rumors.
Does it really matter?
No, just like to know what people are capable of. It's always nice to know.
So, yes, it's a
So the
capability
rumors
I've
are
had.
true.
I'm not sure I know entirely what rumors you're talking about.
There were always rumors of people being able to use their mind and manipulate objects, attack, and the like.
Corbin slightly. I'd appreciate that not being spread around too much.
I'll keep your secret.
At which point the spear will just disappear again. Corbin will wink at Eldrin and slowly walk back.
I like how nobody's talking about the fact I was nearly absorbed by a banshee.
Oh, you're fine.
And nobody wants to put some reins on me so I don't run off again.
You don't even have any marks left. You're fine.
Physically, yes.
I mean, I was outside running while you were trying to seduce it.
Sparks, as X's go, that was a particularly bad one. If you decide to go back, that's on you.
We ain't coming to save you the second time around.
Noted.
I mean,
You
we
two
come
didn't
save you
even
the first time
try.
around.
Well, you know.
I did ask if you shouldn't have caught up with us. I mean, it's not like I don't care.
The thing is, you ran away and you were unable to willingly move back, so the only one that could remotely saved me was Reefan. You didn't have to run away. You could have stood there and watched.
No, we couldn't.
They could have pulled out the popcorn.
You could. You could have done things, but it would have been at a disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. We just happened to leave before the banshees got us.
But no, you were
Yeah.
like, fuck this shit. I'm off.
Besides, I thought we had agreed to leave and then come back later. And I'm voting we don't go back later.
We had agreed, and then someone decided to think with her loins.
No, we should go back later and see if he can rekindle this love affair.
No, thank you. We need to find a way of dealing with it better.
Yes, perhaps we need to do some research or something.
I'm up for that.
Would we have any idea what kind of creature that was so that we can research such a thing?
Well, it was cold.
No, I was asking if, like, is there some kind of a check?
There will be, yeah. Hang on a minute.
There will be as soon as I make up my mind.
Mm-hmm. Arcana.
Aha.
Eh?
Oh no.
Fucker.
Of course, the elf.
Ha! That is where my proficiency comes into play.
Yeah, but if you look, my bonus is the same as yours.
Yeah, no, but I have it from my my profession.
Professional.
Yeah, it's... Corvin's just still very terrified and wasn't thinking straight.
Corvin, you're fairly sure it was undead.
Yeah, okay.
It's undead.
Hey guys, I think that thing wasn't alive. I think it might have been undead.
Yeah. Eldritch.
I told you that.
You can remember through your studies, learnings, and whatnot, this and a number of things tally. This is most likely a form of banshee, a ghostly undead figure, which is partially incorporeal, or can become fully incorporeal. They usually haunt the areas around where they've met their demise very tragically.
Can I do a check on what it was? See if it left any residue in my brain.
Rooting around in that grey matter.
Say, what do you want us to do? Give you brain surgery?
Give me an
No.
intelligence.
If I can, like,
When it touched you, did you touch it?
yeah, sort of thing. What was that?
Okay.
Intelligence.
Yeah, just give me a straight up intelligence roll. We'll see. Have you got
That'd be
anything?
amusing.
Do you have a plus to your intelligence, or
Oh,
is this just a
saving
straight
throw,
D20?
No, just straight click on the intelligence.
On the word intelligence above your
Yeah.
intelligence stat.
Blech.
No. You think back and it's like, that face. That horrifying face. And the cold touch
At which
of
point,
death.
I need the bucket again.
Now,
Yep,
can
the
I
level in the
remember?
bucket goes up.
Can I remember anything from my studies about how to fight a banshee or anything?
Yeah, certainly was on that check. Yeah, there certainly was notes about how they're highly resistant to most forms of damage. Certainly to non-magical attacks, they seem to be entirely resistant unless using the right kind of metals, metallic weapons, or magical weapons. They seem to be resistant to acid, fire, lightning, thunder as well, and immune to the cold, necrotic, and poison damages.
Eldrin, do you happen to remember if banshees are they thinking beasts? And then he'll kind of look at it more specifically. Do they have a mind?
That's a good question.
Okay. Eldrin, you know, yes. They have some sort of psych psyche mentality left intact. They are thinking in some way. There's still a soul there of some description, however tormented it is.
Yes, I believe they're intelligent enough to that they have a brain.
Okay.
They don't have a brain, but there's something there.
Well, but
they
there's
came from.
something there.
There's a ghostly form of brain, I suppose.
It's not like the walking tin cans that we were fighting.
Right. Well, do we want to try to go back?
We are really unequipped for it.
I remember when I was younger,
I mean,
my pop used to say, when you had a scary ghost or a poltergeist haunting your house, you always got the priest to spray it with holy water. Maybe we should get
yeah,
some of that.
we need a cleric or something, or holy water or something, because it's resistant to just about everything else.
Hmm.
Two of our number are completely useless, really. We don't deal with the magic ways. You two seem magic-y, so I'm sure you've got some things up your sleeve you could use, but for us here, we need holy water if we're going to fight it.
Or silver weapons.
Silver or holy water, whichever we can get our hands on. I don't recommend silver bolts, they don't last long.
Hmm. All right. Shall we continue on then?
Well, we can either, at this point, head north, where the chances of us coming across a priest and silvered weapons are going to decrease, or we can head back to the town we left 2 days prior, where the chances of us finding a priest who can bless some water are quite high, and we might be able to find some silver weapons. It's if we want. Do we think that for what we need, that castle is good enough? It's in a prime location, but it could be a little too close. So what do you think? Do we want that castle? Do we want to go to the effort to purify that of its evil spirit, or are we just going to leave it?
That's a good question. Any opinions?
I mean, I do think it's a little close, but there could be some really good loots in there that might be very helpful to us.
And although the buildings inside look to be in various states of tragic disrepair, the wall itself seemed pretty solid. And it would leave us. I am concerned about the distance to the Kaiteron forces, but it would leave us within good striking distance of them. And we've got this logging camp right here we found for. If we can repair this place, get that saw blade, we can get a lot of lumber very quickly to help in the reconstruction of the buildings inside that keep.
Although,
How are we going to get rid of the fucking banshee? We've not really addressed that.
well, the other concern is, what if those harpies come back too?
You saw how little effort they
were.
were, and they probably won't come back after we killed 2 of their number.
To be fair, we didn't fully explore the keep.
No, there could be.
True.
There could have been a lot of loot left there. Well, we don't know. It was in a terrible state of disarray. Although I don't know. It could be good. It would give us a good base of operations very close to the Caterans to start harassing them, but
Yeah,
it
but
could
if
be
we can't
too
clear the
close.
fucking banshee out.
We need magic, silver weapons, and holy water. That's what we need. And we should be able to get that in the town we just left.
Magic super weapons and holy water. Brilliant.
I mean, the other thing is we build her a magical cage and we use it as a trap.
Is that a thing?
That's probably going to be very, 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 very expensive.
Probably.
I don't think our limited treasury will stretch that far.
You have a sizable amount of silver.
I was going to say, we've got like 17,000 silver.
Yeah.
Or 1,700 silver.
I mean, we could easily have our melee weapons silvered.
Yeah, we could silver our melee weapons, and we could buy a decent amount of holy water, because I douse my arrows in my bolts in holy water. Those will probably be more effective against her. And I could get a silver short sword. Sparks, you could get a load of your stuff
Does it
silvered.
have to be a full silver weapon, or can we just silver the tips of the weapons?
You can either buy a full silver weapon, which will last you a long time, or you
I
can
know, silver's
silver
pretty
coat
fucking
them.
soft.
You can silver coat them. It's quite cheap to silver coat, but it doesn't last long.
I don't see how silver weapons last so long because technically silver's quite a soft metal, but that's
Well, it's
It
not
makes-
only
It's a
silver.
blend.
It's a silver alloy basically in this setting, so
Yeah.
it's harder. It's like
I see.
It lasts.
Although-
if you buy a silvered weapon, it will last. If you want a coating, you might get 1 or 2 attacks out of it before the coating fades off. Essentially, buy a silver weapon if that's what you're going to do.
yeah, you can.
Can I make a coin slot in the head of my spear? No.
I mean, silver coated bolts are a thing because bolts are, by their very nature, limited
Single
use.
I think perhaps maybe the meleeers in the group, i.e. me,
Just you.
just me, should silver a couple of weapons, not buy full silver weapons, because I am backup essentially, and you guys should get some silver bolts.
Silver bolts, holy water.
Oh, I could as well, because I do have a short bow, but I'm nowhere near as damaging as you are, those.
The short bow I'd recommend for holy water, just to dip the tips of your arrows before you shoot them.
Can I not dip the tip of my spear or short sword into holy water?
Should be able to.
You should be able
I-
to.
I'm not
I've
sure
got
what
packs,
effort
but-
will roll on that one, as
Hmm.
personal preference as the DM, but
Holy water,
it's usually
it's an
used as a
interesting-
flask and you throw it like a
Yeah,
grenade.
It'll be a thrown weapon.
So
If
we
you
can go and
dip
get a
it,
couple
it
of-
runs off. It's not viscous enough to stay on a weapon. It's not a...
Could we
oil.
get some
A couple of
holy grease?
Holy water grenades.
We need the holy hand grenade.
You could... Right, you could possibly get holy water and use it as a thrown weapon, which it shatters, splashes open, and does damage. You can certainly get that.
We can always get
Um,
a couple of holy grenades. Or
Holy
water
hand grenades as an actual thing don't really
Well,
exist.
yeah, well, this is. Yeah, but if it's a
Could
ceramic
we get
carafe,
a priest to bless a pot of alchemical fire? Because then that's holy hand grenade.
Potentially, yeah.
But
Well,
alchemical fire is very expensive.
well,
I mean,
if we're
we
gonna
can
go
look-
those. Sorry, go ahead.
Do single-use scrolls exist?
Yes, I do.
We might be able to find some holy damage spells, preferably from a priest.
isn't like banish undead a thing?
That's probably be very expensive. It's a high level
There
spell.
is a banishment
Yeah, that's
spell, but it's not really what you're after here.
yeah. It's not. Yeah.
We just want
Actually,
like,
it would probably work. Yeah, just not what I'd think to use.
Everett's pushing us towards the silver weapons, isn't he?
silver weapons. We could get some scrolls of like holy spells. There's probably some holy spells. They're probably a thing.
Silvered weapons is in your pay grade, in your budget sort of thing. It's within budget for what you can afford. scrolls. You could certainly possibly find scrolls like protection from evil. You might get. Just trying to remember and look down the sort of list of spells.
Because something else we need to do is we need to protect ourselves from that screech, because you two were terrified and ran off. So silver weapon's going to do us no use if you two can't actually attack it.
You could probably get us. No, never mind. It's holy divine magic.
I'll point out we ran off because we thought you guys were going to be following us, not because we thought you were going to try to hump the fucking ghost.
It doesn't matter. The ghost still forced you into a retreat.
No, actually,
No,
it
it didn't. For frightened mechanics, just to reiterate for Suti, because I don't think you heard this properly. If you're frightened, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear. That's it. There's no immediate run away. That was a 3.5 thing where you have to run away at top speed.
So you
Yeah.
can still shoot it, technically.
Right, just with
Yeah,
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
But if it's silvered weapons, then you might have more chance of hitting and damaging it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be silvered weapons, chaps.
Silver
That's what it
weapons
is,
and
then
holy
silver
water
bombs.
grenades.
So a couple of holy water grenades for emergencies, and maybe a silver short sword.
It's things like you can flask of holy water. You can carry in mage hand, and you could use your mage hand to literally dump it on top of the banshee.
It's a good idea. And if I can do it with a sneak attack, that'd be even better because I get bonus damage.
So I think that's our plan. So shall we? But it boils down to: do we want this to take this keep and this logging site, or do we want to move further north?
Well, but nobody said we have to stay.
Even if we didn't
The problem is,
use
if
it
we
initially, we could have a look around for some decent loot, sell some shit, and still explore.
Yeah.
We don't have
Yeah,
to set
I mean,
every day.
we're what, 1 day or so out of town, and we've already encountered creatures that we're having trouble with because we don't have silvered weapons. It seems like it's a good idea to get them just so that we'll have them, if nothing else.
this is a
And
valid
then
point.
we can always come back and try to push further in, see if we can find anything of value, and we won't know if it's a place worth keeping until we've checked it out fully.
Okay.
We can't.
And if all we do is, take valuables and move on, then that's what we do.
Okay, I'm fully down with this plan then. So we head back town
Yes.
for some silvered weapons. We're going to look mighty suspicious to the guards.
Possibly.
No, we'll just no.
We just tell them the truth.
We already told them we were merchants. We'll just tell them that we saw some unsavory looking people along the road and decided it would be best to come back.
Fair enough. We can try that one. So let's what time is it now as we finish our short rest?
It for us, you're probably looking at about an hour or two past midday.
I'd say past midday. Do we want to start heading back? Or...
Yeah.
Sure.
Just, I'm not sure whether any of you've looked at the map specifically. You're only about 13 miles away from the village of Falling, if you wanted, rather than backtracking a full day to follow with.
We're not going to find silver weapons in a small village.
I mean, if they have a blacksmith, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if they have a blacksmith, we probably can.
But your average village blacksmith is going to be dealing with fixing like plows and shovels and things.
This is a question sort of for everyone now. On our travels, are we able to identify ores and natural resources or not? I.e., can we dig up a bit of silver? Or is that beyond our capabilities?
Well, I mean, we have silver coins, so we have a source of silver if we need it.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if we can find natural resources, which, if we're going to be building garrisons and shit, we will be doing at some point.
Right, but point out that mining probably
Because
is an interesting gameplay in
silver
D&D.
comes out of the ground more or less exactly the same as gold. It's basically ready to go.
Yeah, I don't. Unless you want to start panning for silver in a river, don't think it's gonna work.
Basically, do any of you have profession, miner, prospector, or anything like that?
No.
No.
Then no, you do not know where to start. When it
Fair
comes
enough.
to finding minerals and
That's what I was
rocks.
curious on.
Okay, I've sent a bit of information to Rufin because I think you'll. I might actually. I'll just tell this to all of you because it probably help explain it a little bit better. Vahalik is a frontier region. It frontiers are known to be more dangerous. It's highly likely that there will be a greater propensity for weapons and weapons of various types, and for these things to be around and more readily available for protection for settlers and to deal with new unknown threats rather than a settled region which the threats have historically been dealt with, perhaps.
Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
so
Well, it sounds like we should head north.
could
Yeah.
still head north then.
Yeah, why don't we head for Forling and see what we have?
I'd also point out blacksmiths is a fairly common trade. They are ubiquitous to pretty much any sort of settlement of middling to
Basically,
large
any
size.
settlement that has a large inn that can take horses will probably have a blacksmith and not too far away.
Yes,
Travelers
They
with
are-
horses reissuing, etc., etc.
Yeah, I was just saying they're going to be one of the first professions.
Yeah, they are
You
incredibly
can have your
important
bakers,
professions,
your
so there are
fishermen,
plenty of.
your butchers, your blacksmiths.
Yeah,
Okay.
blacksmiths,
Basic
you need a
survival.
lot to get anywhere.
If
in this
nothing else, a
civilization.
blacksmith will be making tools for the other people to do shit.
Yeah,
Well, while we move north, I will be right back.
okay.
Yeah, shall we? I guess shall we be on our way then?
Yep, let us be on our way north.
You head north then, and by evening you are approaching the village of Falling. You see ahead a call it a bridge across the river whose name I've completely forgotten. I'm on the wrong page. It's not Petrol, it's the Leaf. You come to the bridge of the River Leaf, and you can see on the far side the village of Falling in the early evening. How do you want to approach Falling?
Do we see any guards from where we're at, or any sign of Kaiteron?
There are guards at the bridge, yes.
Are they Kaiteron guards, or just like village guards?
See, to get closer for better look in fading light, give me a stealth check.
Okay. Oh boy. Fuck.
Wow. You put your trust onto this rock on the side of the road where you're sort of leaning out for a better look. The rock gives way and you slip and tumble out into the middle of the road inelegantly in a heap.
Right in front of them, I assume, or more or less.
Certainly in view, and looking up, you can see they've definitely spotted you. However, they've not really done anything because you think possibly to them it looks like you just tripped on your way to the road and fell down badly. Rather than you were trying to sneak.
Can I quickly look at their clothes? And I don't
You can see they're
remember
wearing red tabards
I'll
at this
look
distance.
up at them and say, "Hi," and then get up and brush myself off. Then I will kneel down and mess with my shoe like I'm trying to dig something out of it that's uncomfortable. Stand back up.
At which point, the rest of the party will come around the bend with the mule and chastise Corvin for going on ahead in the dying light.
There you are.
And I guess we're going to approach the guards and...
Okay. You walk up to the guards and they I'll move to that one because you're entering the halley. You see they
Just wait for the image to
looking
render.
you
There we
up
go.
and down. One of them, leaning on his spear, asks, "You all right there? Seem to have a bit of a troubly fall there."
I'm just a complete klutz today. It's about the third time I've tripped over myself. But yes, I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
Good, good. All right. Who are you? Where are you heading? That's to all of you. The two guys look across you. The other one starts walking sort of down to look at the mule and everything else.
I am Seamus Frankfurt. I'm a merchant from the place I said before. Hold on.
Regia, I think, possibly last time.
Regia, one of the southern places, yeah.
Regia, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
these
The
are...
free city of Regia is where we're saying we're coming from.
And these are my traveling companions. We're here to try to sell our wares and see what business opportunities abound.
So what, you're like merchants then or something?
Yeah, traveling merchants, but yes.
Right. What's with all the weapons then? Suddenly points at Rufin and Sparks. Those two look a bit heavily armed.
Well, I mean, a couple of merchants traveling alone is probably hardly a good idea. We figured it would be wise to hire a couple of people to help defend us in case of bandits or what have you. You never know.
Fair enough, fair enough. What you got to sell then? Could do with a new pair of boots myself. You got any boots?
I do not have boots. I do have some gloves.
Got gloves. Sort of
sorry,
pulls out a gauntlet.
Um,
Needing boots. Nearly worn through these. Can feel every fucking stone underfoot.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah.
I will open my bag and kind of rummage through it a little bit.
Give me... Whilst you're rummaging, give me a deception roll. See how well you're pulling this off.
Not great.
Man.
To be honest, we're a little light on wares at the moment. We were hoping to acquire some.
Okay. It's like... Yep, okay. He... Alright, yeah. Imagine you hit some hard times traveling through, well, what was Cerith? Oh, anyway, it's getting dark. Could be some gribblies about. Get into the village.
Yeah, thank you. And by the way, good job on cleaning the place up. You Kaiteron boys are a welcome sight.
No, well, thank you. He stands up straight and puffs out his chest. Oi, Bill, let them pass.
Oh, if in doubt, Panda.
If in doubt, lie to them.
Yeah. You make way further across the bridge. It's again a reasonably wide one, not as wide as the one at Falworth, nor as big, but still it can take a cart, and high enough that lowering a mast on a riverboat would get it through underneath. Though it could only allow one riverboat to pass underneath at a time. You find yourselves in Falling.
All right. And what time is it?
Early evening.
Early evening.
So
Well,
we might as well go find ourselves an inn.
yeah, shall we find ourselves an inn and get a night's
Yeah.
sleep, and then we'll check the blacksmith first thing in the morning?
That sounds like a good idea.
So
One
what
of
kind
us-
of inns do we have?
At least one of us needs a warm bed and a decent meal. And probably a large amount of alcohol. I'm looking at Sparks, who's probably still muttering to
Mhm.
themselves.
Yeah, somebody
Whiskey.
might want to go take a shower too. Don't know what that thing could have left. That reminds me. When was the last time any of us bathed?
I believe it's several days ago. There is a distinctive pong now that you think about it.
A distinctive what?
Pong. Whiff smell.
He means everybody knows we're here.
Yeah, we
They
ain't
can smell
sneaking
us
around
coming.
here.
Yeah.
The neighbourhood dogs are whining in pain.
Not quite. But yeah, you do certainly whiff when you're stood next to each other. Now one of you's drawn attention to this, you are much more aware.
Okay. I'll find someone and ask if they've got a bathhouse in the village.
There is a... Hang on a minute. Just
Or
give
at
me a
least an
second.
inn with a big ass tub.
Completely forgot I had this. Bear with me 1 minute. Whilst I get something set up. Hopefully it slows. No, that's definitely not. Fuck, never mind. I'm gonna actually open it on there. This is the village of Falling, which I've totally not shamelessly stolen from anywhere. I swear. This is
Naughty,
definitely not a map. Oh, crazy. It's in the Shattered Realms channel. There is a image of it. You've just crossed the bridge and are in town.
I'm assuming number 5 is the bridge you're referring to.
Yep, number 5 is the bridge I'm referring to.
Okay, so the inn is either number... Oh, hang on a minute.
The tavern
go,
is
chat.
1, Traveller's Lodge is 2. Traveller's Lodge is the only place to stay.
Wow, that's a tiny building.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's tiny.
it's a bunkhouse essentially, compared to the tavern. Run by the same person.
So, in other words, if we're going to bathe here, we're going to do it in the river.
Yeah, there's no bathhouse.
Does someone here have a spell that can summon fire?
Oh.
Maybe.
I can manipulate fire, but I can't summon it.
I can create fire for a short time in a small area.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
We have a means of producing a source of heat. We could warm up some water.
Actually, can I spend some time just prestidigitating myself?
Yeah, you press digitate and the dust and dirt falls off.
Oh, hey.
Oh, do me next.
All right, I'll just line everybody up and.
So
Well-
does the blood as well, actually.
Well, because
Blood stains.
I have it as
not
well,
Blood
so-
in you.
Oh, okay.
We're literally
you
just
can
lining up
freshen
for a
yourselves up
sonic
with
shower.
prestidigitation, yeah.
Outstanding.
It cleans you up eventually. It takes a few minutes to do each of you.
Woohoo!
Do that every few days. Marvelous.
Hmm
Does that
however,
make us
you
smell any better?
no,
Yeah.
No.
because you yourselves are carrying it on your skin and in your hair, and
We can't use prestidigitation on our skin.
it's to do with objects, not you
Gotcha.
as a person.
Okay. Just
You can't get out of bathing, I'm afraid.
you could think of a body as an object, but okay, it's fair.
What time of the day are we at this village, by the way?
Evening.
So most of the shops have done for the day.
Most likely, yes.
I was thinking we could wander to the herbalist and get something to clean ourselves with, and we can smell a bit sweeter.
Well, at least some perfume to hide it.
At the very least.
Something alcohol based, so that when we splash it on ourselves, it burns.
Wait, so the
that's
prestidigitation
preferable.
didn't actually clean us?
I mean,
It
how
cleaned our
quick is the
clothes.
river?
It does objects, not people.
Boomer.
So all our gear's clean, but we're not.
I mean, how quickly is the river moving?
Oh, yeah.
Fairly quick.
How deep is the river?
Fairly deep in the middle.
Jesus Christ.
It's evening. It's dark, that water.
Yeah, why don't
You're
we
not being you can't quite see in very far.
You know what? Let's deal with our business here, and in the morning we can, after we leave town, we can use my my grappling hook and rope to tie ourselves to a tree, and one at a time we can jump into the water and do what we need to do real quick and jump out.
I like it. Let's do it.
Plan.
I mean, perhaps we can ask the lodge owner about bathing accommodations.
We could. Yeah, we could ask. If
They
have
might
it.
have just a tub of water that we can just have a quick
Yeah, scrapping.
bachelor's shower in.
Mm.
Anyways, to the lodge then.
For the lodge.
Sure.
I'm hungry.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Well, the tavern does food, the lodge just does sleeping, doesn't it?
You head into the tavern. There's a few dozen people there, probably approaching 30 people. There's
So the
a number
entire
of
village.
Kaiteron soldiers. Yeah, entire village. There's about a dozen Kaiteron soldiers with sergeant there. Around one table in the corner, which they've seemed to have claimed as their own.
Is there a table in the exact opposite corner of the lodge to them?
Yeah, there is. Generous.
Okay, I'm just going to go speak to the innkeeper then.
No one gives you
Sure.
two looks, really. No one really gives you two looks as you head in. Looking around a bit more, you can see there looks to be a few more travellers here as well. So you're not alone, being outsiders of a sort. Yep. But Sparks, believe you want to talk to someone. You walk up to the bar, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
And you come face to face with a female dwarf who does not have a beard.
Oh, that was going to be my
Oh,
first question.
No my.
So a halfling.
Well, we've lost.
If
we've
halflings
lost
were
Sparks.
4 foot, if halflings were about 4.5 foot tall and built like a brick outhouse, yeah.
Oh, come on, Ifrit. The term is brick shit house. Come on.
I'm trying to be polite for this stream.
Meh.
We that ship sailed quite a while ago. I've already flipped the bird at a banshee. What else do you want?
I've vomited 3 times. Okay, so I'm going to address the landlady and ask for food and drink for Mimi and compatriots. If we can use the lodge house, is the Traveller's Lodge associated with the inn or not?
She pulls out a hearing horn, rams it into her ear.
God.
You want dairy?
Jesus, she's a million years fucking old. I'm going to point to the 3 idiots at the table that stink and say, food, drink, ×4, please.
Manners don't cost nothing, you know.
I said, please,
But
you're
yeah.
hag.
Yes, can do that.
Thank you.
She busy.
Oh,
goes
that
off
voice
and
is
busies
killing me.
That's amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
She busies herself and coming back out of the kitchen's lands plates in front of you with food. If you want description of what food is, you're gonna have to give me a minute to
Always.
think.
Just
That's
describe our
alright.
dinner.
I mean,
Cheese and bread.
Is it
I'm
pottage
thinking at
and
this point, if it
pottage
isn't
and beef?
Klingon Gok, we're good.
I'm already hungry, so let's not go and describe food.
It's
Yeah.
a chunk of bread
Yeah.
and a chunk of cheese. Good job.
She talks to you about accommodation. The Traveller's Lodge
Do the
is
voice.
in use.
Do the
It's
voice.
fully booked at the moment.
Do the voice.
Yeah. You can't get away from it. Do the voice.
Do the voice.
There's no room in my Traveller's Lodge. It's full. Those Kaiteron boys. She jabs a finger over to fine. They've got it. They commandeered it. But
Okay.
I can let you all use the barn.
That'll do.
I mean, we're not going
There's
to
a
spend anyone
trough
with our
there
stealth.
as well. I suggest you use it.
Mum.
You all stink. Worse than an arse's behind.
Telling it like it is.
Mm,
Rufin goes to
Sad
casually
truth.
sniff his armpit and goes,
I'm just going to
Exactly.
nod and smile at the old lady.
You would think you young'uns would think to wash themselves before coming into the village, but no, you all have to smell.
I can't carry on. Oh my god.
Yes, broken you all.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna sit and eat and drink, and then
eat and drink, be as merry as we can, and then
go and wash in the trough and sleep in the hayloft.
if it was good enough for the
Yep.
baby Jesus, it's good enough for us.
Maybe spend some time dutifully prestidigitating the water between people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
but between the two of us, though, we can make it smell better and clean it.
Yeah.
We can,
Although
you
I'm
can
gonna-
chill, warm, or flavour up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material. We could have a
Yeah.
warm,
Yeah,
lukewarm
we can
bath.
have a
We can warm it.
scented bath. Yeah. Fuck it. We
Lovely.
do it.
That'll-
I said,
Let's
I'm
do that.
saying-
Luxury. Although
Yeah.
you three can get in together, I'm gonna wait until you three are done and fucked off. Then I'm gonna.
I mean, it's a trough. I imagine we can fit about one person at a time.
2 if you don't mind cuddling.
I am not getting in with you three.
I mean, we can probably fit with the
Actually,
gnome
to
and
be
one
fair,
other.
yeah, the gnome and one other would probably fit.
No. I'm a lady.
Now we know that's a lie. We don't need to roll anything for that.
Sparks is a female.
100%.
Oh, I don't know
Oh.
if she's female. I'm doubting she's a lady.
Oh, fair enough, yeah.
But no, female, but that's it.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's not one of those special type of
Yeah,
ladies.
Yeah, she ain't a lady. I saw her try to bang a banshee. First-hand experience. I saw it happen.
Don't have to be a male to bang a lady.
This is
Yes,
true.
but there is this thing called standards. Undead monstrosity is a bit below my lowest standards.
I was being mentally befuddled, right?
So they're
Yeah.
arguing.
Stop trying to be.
All right,
pervs.
whilst they're arguing, Corbin and Eldrin, you managed to make the trough lukewarm and smell nice and clean, and you get first baths apparently, whilst they're arguing over what actually happened earlier in the day.
I'll also clean my clothes just because.
Yeah, the
Oh, no, I
meals
can
that you
look for it.
the meals that you got was dried grouse and millet biscuits with a tankard of beer. Not fantastic, but still a
It's
hearty
food,
meal.
it'll do.
Calories. Precious
fine.
And I'm
calories.
going to have my lovely bath with a magical bath bomb in it, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Environmentally friendly. No microplastics in that.
No. Can't get more environmentally friendly than magic.
Asher, the old dwarf landlady, stomps out halfway through and just looks you all up and down and goes, "Good. You smell better now, I hope.
Don't tell me.
Is that rosemary I smell?"
Well, yes.
Uh,
Do you prefer a bath?
Not with you lot, no. 1 silver each, by the way,
Yeah,
for your food and board and the use of a trough.
That sounds more
Okay.
than reasonable.
She holds out her hand.
Well, we'll give her 6 silver and say thanks for the bath.
Yes.
She takes it, counts them thoroughly, pockets them, stomps back inside.
Who's editing the party loot so we can remove our 6 silver?
Oh, that's on the sheet. I'll do it. Give me 2 seconds.
So now it's time for sleepies.
Yep.
Or we can go back to the bar and get more drunk.
I think one of us needs more drunk.
I need more drunk.
Just don't pick a fight with the catering boys.
No, I won't. I'm going to go back to the inn for a couple of hours before
Okay.
sleeping. And I need something harder than beer. If she got anything harder than beer, she's a dwarf. She must have something.
Definitely does.
I'll
You
have a couple of them.
spend 10 silver will get you merrily drunk and some hard stuff.
I will do that.
Okay.
Did you catch those? Another 10 silver.
Spending all your money.
Because I need to get fucked up.
Mm.
Yeah, you said 10 silver for the halfling's booze?
10 silver
Yep,
to get
10
the
silver
gnome
for the halfling
absolutely
booze.
shit-faced.
I'm going to come back about...
Should
1
start a
AM.
running
That's what you
tab of his
Actually, what time
booze
is-
consumption.
This is
Oh,
a
right.
voting program. What time does she kick out?
She eventually sort of calls last orders and says, "Well, if you're going to keep drinking. If you what you've got left, but no more." She's off to bed. She does that around midnight.
Okay. So about 1:15 midnight, I'm going to roll up to the barn singing a little tune. Banging on the door for someone to let me in because I can't operate my fingers anymore. Let me in! I can't remember the code for the door.
Alright, which one of us idiots is waking up to letting the fucking drunk ass know?
I'll let the drunken know, man.
I'll say
But I'm not
Corvin,
tucking him in.
Say Corvin was laying there pretending to be asleep but didn't move.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let the drunken gnome in. I'm not putting it to bed. It's got to find its own place.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until the drunken gnome is walking past me, and I'm gonna stick my leg out so it trips over and lands face first in a pile of straw.
I am going to do my drunken man dodging and miss because I cannot walk in a straight fucking line.
And still end up face down in that
And
same pile of straw.
I'm just going to
Well, maybe he'll sleep there. I go back to bed.
I'm going to flop about 5 foot away from the door and just stay there.
I'll be ending up on top of somebody.
You sleep away overnight. Some of you harder than others. The next morning rolls around, and you're woken by a cockerel crowing.
I was just about to ask: is there a cockerel in this barn?
Why, yes,
There is. It's
there
gonna be
is.
dead.
Is it
Oh,
really
that's
loud?
gonna be lovely for old Sparks.
Oh, where is that?
Super loud.
Has Sparks crashed out next to the cockerel?
Not quite.
Think the dwarven lady will be mad if we kill it?
More than likely.
you guys are alright. You're not hungover to fuck. I'm going to roll over, bleary-eyed and groaning.
God, that's a bit too trippy. Oh.
No, it's a happy day here.
Right?
My face hurts.
Everything is awesome. Everyone's happy, and the gnome is alive? Question mark?
Is it?
I'm alive. I can't feel my face or my feet, but I'm alive.
Did it join the undead while we were asleep?
I'm not undead. Shut up. You're talking too loud.
No, it's just cranky.
Let's go find this fucking blacksmith and get on with this.
Maybe you should take a dunk in the trough again.
I'm gonna dunk my face in it for at least 30 seconds, to the point where one of you gets concerned and pulls my face out of it because I've passed out.
I don't know.
No, I think we leave it in there.
Hmm.
You think he's dead? Think he's dead or holding his breath?
I'm just gonna poke it with my foot. I think it's alive still.
Yeah, if it doesn't move when Rufin pokes it, I'll just knock one of its legs out from under it, pull it out.
We'll pull it out.
You brutal. You lot are brutal, jeez.
We have no sympathy for hungover people.
I'm
The-
coming.
The dwarf woman Asher slams out the door and he goes, "Morning! Breakfast is porridge in half an hour."
After she walks off, I'll look at the guys and say, "Well, we've got half an hour to get our shit and get out of town."
Are we not having breakfast then?
I mean, if you want porridge from her, sure.
After what she gave me to drink last night, I don't want anything else from that to happen.
We'll just wander over to our ration pack and we'll grab out some crackers and just throw them around.
Yeah, we can like split a ration pack for breakfast, probably. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
DM will allow.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Just knock off one ration to feed you all for breakfast.
Okay.
Ugh. So any ideas what the dwarf had that she gave me to drink that completely destroyed me? On 10 silver.
Probably some decent rye vodka.
Moonshine or professional brew? I want to say moonshine in the size of the village.
It's difficult to tell. You can't remember.
It was a
I'll,
funny
That
colour
means
and
it's
tasted
the
odd.
good stuff if you cannot remember it.
I'll look for a nearby village person. Excuse me, can you point us towards your blacksmith?
Okay. You find someone walking by and they just point down the street, not too far, back towards the bridge. It's number 4 for blacksmith, which you passed on the way in. Donna's son, Samuel Saxon. He's your man.
Thank you. And I'll start heading that way.
We'll head with him to the blacksmith.
I'm going to trudge behind, half awake, half asleep. Carrying all my weapons.
That sounds dangerous. Watch, he's gonna trip in the middle of the road and cut his throat.
Gnome shish kebab.
You come to the blacksmith's. There's no one around yet.
Damn.
It's that early still.
You know, maybe we should have had that porridge.
Well, we can always head back and get porridge. It's not like it's that far.
Porridge.
Well, it's probably where all the rest of the town is.
All right.
Yeah,
let's
the
go get
blacksmith
porridge.
might even be there having
Okay.
some porridge. You never know.
You head back into the tavern and Asher, the female dwarf proprietor slams down 4 bowls of porridge in front of you all.
And can we
There
get
you are,
and can,
good and healthy.
and can we get an ale for
There's
the
only
gnome?
chests. Say what? She pulls out her ear horn and shoves it in.
Ale for the gnome,
No.
please.
No.
Ale?
please.
Now?
No.
Just
Just gonna raise
stomps
a
off.
hand and shake my head. No.
She just stomps off.
Yep, no ale for the gnome.
Yeah, Corvin will eat his porridge in silence, and yeah.
A good meal, porridge.
Hard porridge.
Sticks to your
Put more
bones.
hair on your chest.
It's salted.
Oh,
Nah,
why?
Because it is.
I like salted porridge. I'm from Scotland,
Probably
where all
less.
porridge is salted.
Well, I don't just keep for anyone anyway.
Well,
It's just a thing.
flavour.
that people have.
well, now that we've had some decent food and some porridge,
Salted porridge.
now they were really full.
right? Now that we're all so fucking full, we can't walk. Shall we head back and see if the blacksmith is open?
Okay, you head back. It's only like a
You know, we
minute
could have
down
just
the
looked
road.
around the tavern to see if there was a guy wearing a leather apron.
Yeah.
No, he's not there.
Buff.
What
There's
about the
none
priest?
matching out there. You see one of Kaiteron's is still snoring on the table where they were. He is nowhere to be seen.
Is he by himself?
He is by himself.
Can I go over and draw a penis on his face?
With what? There's no such thing
The
as
other
a
3 are
shark
walking out the
either.
door and I start
a
talking
dagger.
to
You're
myself.
gonna draw that in porridge.
Can I show a can I show a flaccid dick on him?
Again with what?
Porridge.
Can I, can
Or
I
some
pinch a
soot
piece of
from the-
charcoal out
Yeah,
of
soot from the
um,
fire.
From the fireplace. It's not burning anymore, I assume.
You said they're all asleep.
Oh, I have an idea.
Just for one that's left here.
I have an idea.
But he's alone. He's the only one.
At the moment, yes.
Prestidigitation.
I will. Yeah, I'll see what Sparks is trying. I'll walk over and I'll press the digitate a penis on his forehead, then grab Sparks and drag him away.
Dear God.
Oh, I was going to moonshine it.
He wakes up and goes, and sort
This
of
is
looks
what's
around a
out
bit
the door.
confused. As you leave. Yeah. Anyway,
Chuckling to myself.
I'm assuming the entire tavern breaks out snickering.
no, most people aren't paying attention. to
Aww.
What you've done. It's
I
not
know.
too flashy.
I know, and I'm laughing my ass off as I walk down the street.
Right. At the bridge, having had breakfast, is time's gone past enough that you see someone just feeding the fire in the yard around the side, and there are large Goliath, heavily muscled, young-looking, reddish hair.
Ah, a blacksmith.
Yes. So what? We're getting some sort
Well,
of.
let's
silver
see what he's
weapon
got.
for- Yeah, that's true. So what do you? One of you want to handle this, or?
Yeah, what the non-drunk person who knows their way around a weapon will approach the blacksmith.
I'm just going to slump on a step and watch you guys go about this.
Morning, my good man.
Hello.
No, not another one.
See you working the forge here. I was wondering if we could buy some items from you. Why have I gone mildly Irish?
Top of the morning to you.
It's not. No, I'm
Good morning.
not going mildly
Infectious,
Irish.
it's brilliant. Oh, you can if you want.
Toy, toy, toy.
No, I must resist the urge to speak Irish. It's going to fail. It's going to fail.
Don't do it.
We're looking for some silvered weapons if you've got any.
Silvered, yeah. You can find a couple, sure. What kind are you after? This way actually. He walks over to a large chest, pulls a heavyset chunk of keys off his belt and unlocks it and starts rummaging through old
Ooh.
skins.
I'm gonna make note of the keys on his belt.
No, you don't.
What?
So, we're looking for a short sword for the gnome, and for myself, I'd like a long sword.
All right then.
And
So,
arrows. or
Also, if
bolts.
possible, could I get some silver-treated bolts?
And arrows, because I think he's got a bow.
Yeah, and a couple arrows too.
I wouldn't mind a spear. The one I picked up in the castle yesterday worked in a pinch, but
And a silvered spear, it would seem.
Hang on a minute. I know we're not supposed to know this, and I'm not doing this in character, but if Ozzy can
I would
summon
like
a spear from
to-
thin air,
I'd like to trade my quarterstaff for a spear if we find one.
to answer your question, Sudi, there's nothing special about the spear.
okay. So you can't make it a silvered one with the power
No,
of your
he
mind.
can
You
summon
have to
a
rely
spear,
on
but he has to own the
old-fashioned-
spear, I think.
Oh, is it a physical item? You
No,
actually
it's
wrap-
more along
okay.
the lines of I can absorb a weapon into my body.
Oh, and you can summon it at will. So you'd have to
Right.
summon a silver spear to summon a silver spear.
Right.
Right, okay. Anyway, continue. I'm just
So,
really curious.
after my companions here have just regaled me, it will be 2 silver spears, a silver longsword, a silver short sword, a quarrel of silver-coated arrows, and a quarrel of silver-coated bolts.
quarrel.
What the
It's
fuck's
the
a
official term, the official medieval term for an amount of arrows.
I thought it was sheath.
I'm
Is
pretty
that what
sure
we
it's
go into?
quarrel.
He frowns at the last couple of requests, but goes, right, here's what I've actually got.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
He pulls out a silvered short sword sized for a small creature. Got
That'll do.
that.
I'll have that.
Long sword for you.
Yep.
Best I've got is a maul.
I'll take them all.
Sorry, I mean Morningstar.
I'm
Don't
on
know why I
so-
said. Yeah.
Have you got another short sword, but for someone of my stature then?
Yeah, got another
I'll
short sword.
take the other
Uh,
short sword.
Yeah. So 2 silver short swords, and what was it? 2 spears.
2 spears if possible.
Yeah, spears. I just need to get some hafts and put them on, but yeah. Let's those 2 there, and then what you wanted? Crossbow bolts, silvered crossbow bolts, and arrows. Was that it?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be properly silver alloyed. It can just be silver coated.
I usually have done those to order. If you give me, let's see, I could do some Thursday.
Do we know what day it is currently?
It's
What
like
day of the
3
week is
days'
it?
time.
3 days' time.
Well, we do need to go to the church and get holy water if they can get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the herbalist shop is on its way out of town, so
Yeah. We can waste 3 days before we go back to the keep, can't we?
I suppose we could try, but 3 days is going to increase the risk of being. If we're sticking around here, we'll increase the chances we're seen by the
being
Kaiteron
late.
boys.
Here.
Corvin will actually say that fairly forcefully while looking at Rufin.
Okay, we wait.
No. It will increase our chances of being late.
Being late. Yeah.
Oh no, I think you misunderstood me. It's going to be 3 days till I can get to doing arrows and that, so it'll take me a day then. So 4 days really
Ugh.
Oof.
until you've got them in hand.
We're
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
pour over our map. How far is it to the next village?
Do we not need to? Oh yeah, actually we could do that.
We could go to the next village and then head back. Come back this way.
It's half a day there.
Half a day
Half a
there,
day.
half a day
Did-
back.
What
Spend a day
business
there.
did we have in the next village? if any.
It appears to be about half a day's travel.
If you're wanting to go feral, yeah, it's about half a day there. If you're talking about other places, he goes, well, if you're in desperate need, I mean, you could try the Lady of Sorrow outpost. It's only a couple of miles, well, a bit more than a couple of miles, I suppose. It's been a while since I've been there, northwest. See that, he turns and points, that sort of pointy hill, that way. It's just a foot over there.
Lady of
Okay.
Sorrow, those are good people.
Aye, really helpful.
We could-
Helps rebuild much of the village
Okay, well, I
back
say
in the day.
we pop there.
How about we buy these silver melee weapons?
We'll get the
and
silver. We'll
leave
buy
the
the
arrows
silver
for now?
melee weapons from this nice gentleman here.
Okay. It takes him about half an hour to get the two spears prepared, ready, attaching the heads to the shafts properly and everything. And then he comes to you with the grand total of cost for these 4 weapons. 1 second.
Can I trade in my previous short sword?
Can do. That will knock down price slightly.
Because what all did we buy? I had a phone call, so
It's alright, we just bought some silvered melee weapons and we're going to head to a outpost of the Lady of Sorrow to see if they've got any silvered arrows and bolts.
Alright, so that comes out at, let's see, silvered. It's not cheap, but I suppose you look like somewhat wealthy fellas.
Slight whiff of rosemary.
4,220 silver.
well, my
Right, we need to do some rethinking.
So yeah, that ain't happening.
We've got to take
To
the spears.
give you, a silvered weapon basically costs 1,000 silver or 100 gold.
That is information we.
We could have done with
Would
knowing
we
that.
have known
Yeah.
that by chance?
Well, we're on the
I'm going to say
Possibly, yeah. I
apparently
think
not
probably-
at this point.
So you
Yeah.
probably should
Here's an
have,
idea. Ask
Um,
him
Okay.
if he will be willing to trade along with silver.
I mean, what are we gonna trade him? But fucking donkey?
Well, what is
I was
that?
gonna say, we
1 ounce
don't have
block of
anything.
unknown- that 1 ounce block of an unknown material. Maybe he knows what it is, being on a frontier.
Ah, that's a good point. I'll grab that off the donkey and ask him if he can
Could be
possibly
worth
identify that
something.
for us.
If he don't ask about trading first, see if he knows what it is.
Yeah, just ask him if he could identify it.
If it's worth a lot, see if he wants it in exchange for the weapons.
he looks at him. Oh, that's quite interesting. What we've got here. It's you don't know what this is. Is that it?
Well, I have a rough idea. I don't know exactly what it is.
All right. It's dwarf. It's a sample of dwarf steel. So my understanding is that mountain dwarves different to the low dwarves you see here and there, like Asher Shelton in town in the Traveller's Lodge. She's a low dwarf. There's high mountain dwarves and they live in mountains and they mine and do stuff, and they're very good at metalworking. This is a sample piece. I can melt this down and do something with it. It's worth a bit. Possibly make a dagger with it, or short, well, an allied short sword or something, or dagger.
What
Not
would
a huge amount of it.
What would we go for? What's the
Yeah, what would be the
flat
going rate
pattern
on a thing like
dwarf
this?
steel?
Oh, this piece. I haven't seen much of it around. Like, I'm going off something that I've seen 5-6 years ago when I was doing my training back in Croson. Something that the guild had there. They had some of these and showed us so that we knew what we're looking at. Never really worked with it. Never got a chance. I was only a journeyman back then. It's. You willing to sell it? Is that it? He looks around the
Yeah.
of you.
Well,
Possibly, yeah.
selling or trade possibly for the weapons.
Not all the weapons.
No, we'll pay as well, but
Oh,
sweeten the deal.
Push, I'd give you about 600 silver for it.
That takes up to half the value of the weapons.
Well, you still get 2 of the weapons.
Yeah, I don't. We can skip my spear for now.
I would say we can skip the 2 spears because we have magic.
Yeah, you guys have magic.
Griffin and I have nothing, so we need.
Right, we're really going to need it for the 2 of you.
Yeah.
It's 2,200 for 2 short swords.
Which we just have enough. Well, we have slightly more than that if we sell this cube to the gentleman.
So the cube would be 600.
Is there a way to barter with them using my less than savoury ability?
You were less than savoury being.
As I deceive him into thinking it's actually worth slightly more.
You
Or
could.
talking him down on the prices of the swords.
I think it's more going to just be some haggling.
Yeah, you're asking to haggle, really.
Yeah, but you need charisma, really, don't you, to come out on top?
Maybe. No, never mind.
I'll say ask away. I mean, there's no stupid question.
Well, I was going to say maybe we try to determine how he feels about Kaiteron and.
Or there is another way we can do this. I'm going to suggest for Rufin to come away, and I will have a word with him around the corner while the other 2 are trying to barter with the blacksmith.
Actually, you know what? While they're doing that, I'll lean on the counter, and holding the 1 ounce block, I'll ask him. So, is there anything else you can tell me about this? We use detect thoughts to read his surface thoughts.
He seems to be honest with you. He's got some idea. He sees it as a challenge piece for himself. That's what he keeps thinking back to. If he could get his hands on it, then it would be a challenge to work with it. It's something he's never done, and he's kind of eager to try. But he's unsure whether he'll actually do anything good with it, or whether he'll just fuck it up and have to melt it down again.
So he's lowballing us a bit because he wants it.
Now, question for you, Efrit. When I talked to the blacksmith in the previous town,
Farwith, yes.
Yes, and that he told me about that it probably came from the dwarf fortress north in the mountains. Do I have any? Was I given any idea of where roughly north in the mountains that would be, or?
He said something about Gwimark.
Okay, do I know Gwimark? Is that a name that's familiar to me?
remarks. Right, so you've got Kaiteron out east, and it extends sort of parallel east upwards as far as the High Halleck, at which point it comes into a border with Gwymark. So the Gwymark is a nation to the northeast through the mountains.
Ah, okay. So it'd be quite a ways to try to go get more.
Yes, quite
Yeah,
likely.
okay.
I believe actually it's on the map. It
Yeah,
is
I'm looking at the
listed here.
Republic of Cerith map now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so much for that for the moment. Okay.
I don't know if we've killed or anything here, but it is midnight.
It is, yeah.
We should wrap up very soon.
Yes, it's a good idea to
I have
make
I have another idea if
decisions.
we don't want to use gold, use silver in trade. But I don't want to discuss it in front of the blacksmith.
Can you give us a moment to discuss our options, and we'll be back shortly.
All right. He hands you back the sample piece and puts the weapons away in the chest and locks it.
All right. I'll step outside.
You're together outside.
Yeah. Is there anybody else around near us? Or?
Let's see. Nope. You're on your own.
Okay. Speak a little quietly anyway. So what's up?
I may be able to get those free of charge if we really need to. If we don't want to split with that piece of metal and the money we've earned so far.
I'm going to immediately shoot you down there. No, we are not stealing from a Cerith citizen. I am fine stealing from the Kaiterons, but we steal from Cerith citizens. One, it's going to increase the bounty on our heads. Two, it's going to push Cerith citizens to trust the Kaiterons more than they will end up trusting us.
That's why I get caught. If I don't get caught, it doesn't matter.
The man already knows that we are
But
interested in
As
the
soon as
silver
they disappear,
weapons.
he's gonna know where they went.
We've shown interest in the silver weapons. We're the only people who've come through the town that have come to him and said, "Oh, you've got silver weapons," at least as far as we know. He's gonna know as soon as they go that it was
let me
us.
rethink this. How about I rob the caterers so we can get some more silver?
That I could see. I'm fully okay with you robbing the Caterons.
I'm not against it in principle, but
They could turn if they turn on the
I was
villagers.
gonna say.
Though, if they turn on the villagers, that's on us.
Well, if they're drunk enough, they might not even realise.
You want to
Oh,
get
so
them
you're
drunk
saying we
and rob
should
them blind?
Throw them a party.
I'm saying we should buy them a few rounds, make them feel welcome. And then with some light-fingeredness.
And some penis
Find out
drawn
what
on
room they're
foreheads.
And maybe
We know
lift
what
a few
room they're in.
items
They're
that
in the
might go
bunkhouse.
missing.
They're all in that
Maybe-
bunkhouse.
Maybe lift a few coin purses.
It could be done.
To give you an idea, because yeah, I don't want to just give you a bit more information so you can make better decisions. The average wage of a soldier is probably in the region of about 20 silver a day. They might not have it on them, but get paid lump sums at various points.
That brings up another thing. Are these catering soldiers a garrison for this village, or are they just passing?
yeah, actually, have we noticed any idea how many roughly soldiers there would be in this village?
You saw at least a dozen in the common room of Traveller's Lodge,
Probably on
and
ship.
2 on the bridge as well. So you've got maybe 14 there.
And what
you've
about
seen.
in Falworth?
Double that.
I'm assuming there were quite a few there.
In Falworth, there's a far larger number. Falworth, let's see, probably saw over 30, 40.
I will point out the more there are, the harder
Less
it is
than
to get them all
100.
drunk, and the more money it's going to cost, and the longer it takes.
I was actually going to suggest possibly something with a little bit greater risk and reward.
Are you thinking when the wages turn up on the carriage, lifting the carriage and having all of the wages in one fell swoop?
Mm-hmm. Go
Because
down south of Falworth and wait for payment.
technically, if we're on the road, there's less chance of them taking it out on the villagers if their wages don't turn up from HQ. They're much likely to have a go at HQ for not sending
Right.
the wages.
As far as they know, it was bandits on the road.
I like the sound of
At the
that.
very least, they got forgotten. In which case,
Yeah.
they'll vent their anger on the higher ups. Dissension in the ranks is always a ally.
It also depends. We could go south of Falworth, and there's higher risk, higher reward. Or we could stick between Falworth and this place.
Yeah,
where
but
there's
to
going to
get
be...
anything significant, we're going to have to hit it.
If they're lump
multiple
sum
times.
paid, that's still going to be a decent amount.
Well, you said we only saw what, maybe 12? That's going to
14.
be
14,
Double
20
shifts.
silver a day.
that's
Probably doubled for shifts, because they're going to need people during the night,
oh,
during the day.
Plus
oh,
the
20
sergeants
silver
will be
a
paid
day.
20
Oh,
20
silver a day.
There'll be sergeants as well. They'll be paid slightly more.
Yeah, there's going to be a
2 or
commander,
3
he's
of
got
them.
more.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so maybe we do get it here. Maybe it's enough.
And if they only get paid once a week,
Also,
that's a
it's
lot
going
of
to
money in one hit.
piss these guys off, and they're more likely to be more pissed off than the people in Falworth, where they may have a reserve.
We need to see when the wages come, if it's on schedule or if it's random.
We get
Oh,
them.
I mean,
That Sparks is where the first stage of your original plan's in. We get them drunk. We get them talking. Buy them some rounds. See if they start mentioning, "Oh, brilliant! That's great. My wages aren't due for another week, another few days, something like that." We get the information. We get the money. We get them rolling. We get their tongues flapping.
This feels like more of a job for me because I have a pair of boobs. Fabulous.
Yeah. We can listen outside their bunkhouse, see if we can catch some little tidbits of information. Follow a couple of guards around at night. We get that information. We watch the roads.
So the plan is we will stay here a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think we stay here a little longer.
Perhaps maybe we should ask him to make us some arrows then.
Yeah, but then I think in that case, what we'd have to do is ask for one silvered weapon and a few of the items. He also mentioned the Order of the Lady of Sorrow. That might be a better option, because if we rob the Kaiteron's blind ear, although if we don't do it in the town, they might not know, so we might be able to get the weapons, but they'd eventually know that they got robbed blind and someone just bought some very expensive weapons from this blacksmith. So we may have to pay over the top to keep his lips shut.
Or
well,
give him that chunk of metal free of charge
Yeah.
for a bit of silence. So we need to find out where his loyalties lay. We've got some work to do, boys.
We've got a heist to plan.
How
And
do
I
you
think
feel?
that is where we should leave it for tonight.
I agree. I think this is certainly something that you can talk more throughout the week. I mean, you can use the Shattered Realms channel to post thoughts, ideas into and discuss it further, certainly. But it sounds like you've got some ideas, but I think it would benefit from you all thinking on it. And
Yeah, get some rest, fresh head on our shoulders, and we discuss our plans more. But I think we've got something brewing here, boys.
yeah, I'll point out falling is pretty much the entry step off point into the Halleck. And you most of you are aware that there are other settlements in the Halleck as well, not just.
Okay.
So we may
Lady of
also be
Sorrow
getting
falling.
their money as well if it's all coming through this town.
Depends
Yeah.
where it's kept, but yeah, there are a couple of other towns up in the Halleck and villages.
We need to do some digging, if nothing else.
It'll also give us some good idea of troop numbers and troop movements in the Halleck.
Supply chains,
Yeah, this is it.
logistic chains. Because if you want to stop an army, you stop the logistics.
An army marches on its stomach, and its roads are paved with silver. So I think, yeah, we'll we'll end it here. We'll get to the heist planning for the next session.
Okay.
Ark and Ozzy are suspiciously quiet.
They're scheming.
All right. I think we've got a lot to discuss, so we'll leave it there for this week. Again, same time next week, hopefully. If you can't make it, let me know. We get 2 people who can't, we'll skip a week and move on.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. That
Thank you
was
for coming. That was
a
great.
lot of fun. I really enjoyed that session.
All right.
Yeah.
See y'all next week.
See ya.
Nope.
All right, see you.
See you.